Ryan Mason impressing so far in his time in the dugout, standing out on his own, of course, after a couple of interim stints in charge of Tottenham Hotspur. He's got a very decent side already. He will be keen to reinforce that good start to the season, though. He won't want the momentum to die away after the defeat in the previous game, of course. So coming here tonight, who will stand out for him? Listen, there are a few interesting players for me, and I think Isaac Price, he's one that's really, really impressed. I said this a little bit earlier on to Lee Phelps, Chris. I see him in the mould of a Morgan Rogers, in that at times he doesn't stand out in the way that you see a player tearing around and constantly on the ball, but what he does contribute is that little bit of patience with the football. The game seems to slow down around him, holds his position really well, gives the key pass at the right time, and that element of getting a goal is what all managers want to see from their players. Is he a Premier League player in the making for you? Yeah, 100%. I think you're spot on with your analysis there. You know, you look at Isaac Price, he's got that knack at arriving at the box at the right time and so composed when that ball comes in. He knows where the goal is, and like you say, I think his energy, his movement is exciting. Again, one of the most, I think, after Tom Fellows, the most creative player that they've got. I was very surprised they allowed Tom Fellows to go, but I understand the PSR and all that, 100%. I just can't get my head around that. Sure, they've got to weigh up the options, but Isaac Price is going to be a standout. Hegbo as well, you know, the way that he has an understanding. His hold-up play is so good. He links players, he brings players in, and the likes of Isaac Price, he knows when to go, when to gamble in behind, but always communicating. And I just think with the likes of Jed Wallace as well, a very, very hard runner, but end product. Delivery's usually on point more often than not. So again, me as a striker, you'd be gambling all the time because you know the product, the service is going to be coming into the box here. So no, you're spot on with that. And then you've got the back. You know, I think when you look at it, it's important that the goals come from all over. Defence can step up and bring that to the team as well. So, and that understanding between Malumbi and Mowat, that's just getting better and better the more they play with each other. So no, it's going to be, they have to be disciplined, they have to be compact, but when they get the ball, can they play forward? Can they excite? Can they pose a threat as well? They can't just concede possession and just say, like, attack the defence. They still have to be a threat this evening.
Speaking of threats, Tommy Conway, 2 goals this season for him, but it is a team effort when it comes to Middlesbrough. 9 goals scored, 8 different scorers. They're coming from all over at the moment. That's important. We mentioned the changes that have been made to their forward line as well. But Premier League quality, when I was referring to Isaac Price, certainly Middlesbrough have that in Matt Targett, who came in during the summer. He's been involved in a goal in each of his first 2 championship games so far. 1 goal, 1 assist. He just provides an element of experience and quality on the ball that helps from that wide area.
Yeah, you're looking at the wide areas at Middlesbrough, both sides, Callum Britton, Matt Targett, just energy, isn't it? End product, they're very, very direct. They've got that kind of athleticism, that powerful running, but with the quality on the ball as well. You know, it's not always just around the outside and crosses in. They can come in and link up as well, underlaps, get themselves into the box and get on the end of each other's crosses as well. You know, and I think that's something that Rob Edwards gives them, the kind of freedom to do that. And then you look at that Aidan Morris and Hackney, you know, that understanding as well. More often than not, it's Aidan Hackney bombing forward, picking up second balls at the edge of the box, but Aidan Morris has his moments as well, that he goes and he has a little gamble there, but fantastic on the ball, keep possession. I'll say it again, I think sometimes guilty of overplaying in the defensive third. What does that do? It invites the opposition on, but they're that good in possession that they can play through the perfect press, and off the back of that, it's creating those little pockets and getting in behind, and then getting into that final third with an overload with numbers to their advantage. So no, I think it's going to be a very, very exciting game tonight.
Certainly a party atmosphere inside the Riverside. Rob Edwards has spoken about his side having the right intensity right from the start of games. Could we see this opening, not even first half, but first 20 or so minutes be one that West Brom will really need to weather the storm?
Well, that's it exactly. You have to go out there, you have to be competitive, win all those battles to kind of play the way that you want to play. It's going to be very interesting. I think West Brom first five minutes maybe get in the face, try and force the error and try and get the ball in that attacking third and then get something off the back of it. Once Middlesbrough will get a foothold in the game, then you have to sit back, be compact, be organised, disciplined and be hard to break down. But then in that transition, when you get the ball, how creative can you be? And I think that's the challenge. Like you say, Ryan Mason, I know for a fact, he challenges every single player individually on certain targets. It's up to them to go out there and take responsibility
quality now.
A number of quality players for us to keep an eye on this evening, including the unfair Nipan on loan from Manchester City, who's impressed in his cameo appearances so far. He gets the opportunity from the start for Borough tonight. Diakite comes into probably a more defensive midfield tonight for West Bromwich Albion away from home, but it has served them well over their last 2 games, aiming for 3 away wins in a row. Middlesbrough aiming to extend their lead at the top of the Championship table. Your live and exclusive EFL commentary here on Talksport 2 is Middlesbrough against West Bromwich Albion in the company of former Scotland striker Chris Uwelamo and Talksport's Mark Wilson.
Cheers, Hugh. Really looking forward to this one tonight. 2 teams in really good form at the start of the season. Borough sit top of the pile, and a team built around hard work and getting stuck in, just what they like up here in the northeast. 3 changes for Rob Edwards tonight. He brings back George Edmondson for Dara Lenihan. Sverre Nipan comes in for Morgan Whittaker, and David Strelec makes his first Borough start in place of Cali Seni, who starts up top. So it's Bryn in goal, a back 3 of Ayling, Edmondson and Jones. It's Britton, Morris, Hackney and Target across the middle. Nipan, Conway and Strelec across the middle. For the visitors, just a 1 change from their home defeat to Derby, that their first defeat of the season. Mikey Johnson drops to the bench. Usman Diakite comes in. It's Griffiths in goal, then Campbell, Phillips, Metham and Styles at the back. Malumbi and Moore across the middle with Wallace, Price and Diakite behind Egbo, who starts up top. The green and yellow stripes of West Bromwich Albion. The all red with the white trim of Middlesbrough. We're about to get underway. Start of another massive weekend of sport. Huge weekend of football. Game day live to come tomorrow. We're underway at the Riverside. Championship EFL action live and exclusive on Talksport 2. Middlesbrough against West Brom. And West Brom knocked the ball long. They're going from left to right. Their goalkeeper all in a light blue strip away to our left. And away to our right, Solbrin in a charcoal grey strip. And West Brom not wasting any time, Chris, in getting the ball forward.
No, why not? You know, I think when you've got willing runners that are going to go chase everything, just quality down into the channels. Give them something to go run after. And look what they've got, a throw-in in the final third. Yeah,
they're going to look to... Well, I thought they were going to play it long. They haven't done in the end. They've played it short. Out on the near side. Cross comes in from the right. There are plenty of green and yellow shirts. Ball bouncing around edge of the box. Laid back for a possible shot. A chance here, and it's saved by the feet of Bryn. The offside flag didn't come up. It was a shot that was deflected into the heart of the penalty area. And it was Hegbo's shot that was goal bound. And it was saved by the feet of the goalkeeper, Bryn. It's a good save, Chris.
Yeah, fantastic save. I've got to say... he finds himself completely in front of goal. Keeper's on the floor, has to find it, put it in the corner. Has to put it in the corner there. It's I cannot believe Nat Phillips it was. He just has to just open himself up and just find one of the corners there. Fantastic opportunity as well. A little bit fortunate with the deflection, the original shot. Found him probably 17 yards from goal, central. But Sol Bryn's on the floor already.
Well, here's a chance though for Borough. They've won it high up the field, and it was just overrun there by Hayden Hackney, who scored in both wins last year over West Brom. He had a chance there on the break, but couldn't control it. Frantic start here. 90 seconds on the clock, and already West Bromwich Albion have had a good chance, and Bryn may be going the wrong way. Did well in the end to save it with his feet.
No, exactly that. You know, I think it's just reaction, but like you say, with Nat Phillips there, when he's got his goal as open as that, just slide it in, pass it into the corner with that composure. But they're winning second balls here, West Brom.
Well, here they come forward now. Malumbi gets it wide, and Jed Wallace, who stood right in front of the assistant referee there, and he's offside. He can't believe it. That was a real chance there.
You know what? It was a very, very tight decision there. I think Callum Britton is probably the furthest one back, or Luke Ayling it was. It's just, you know what, the linesman, because he sees Jed Wallace right in front of him, it's an easy one for the linesman to give.
Alfie Jones playing it on the edge of his box, gets it away to George Edmondson, and now the ball played forward, and that's a nice run forward from Nipan. He goes past one, he got brought down as well. That'll be a free kick over on the far side. And you're right, just seeing that chance again for Phillips, he'll feel he should have scored.
What I will say, just seen it on the monitor there, it's a challenge from Edmondson that puts the ball onto Phillips. I think he is trying to find that left corner, so it's a great defensive challenge.
Borough have it then, 0-0. Found a late equaliser at Deepdale at the weekend to keep their unbeaten start going. 13 points from a possible 15, but a word of warning, that's exactly what West Brom had at this stage last year, and they finished in mid-table, so plenty of work to be done. As we know, the frantic nature of the Championship means the games come thick and fast. Well played, Alex Mowat moves the ball out wide over on the far side, and forward goes Styles, and West Brom happy to have the ball, and they have it inside their own half. And here comes George Campbell on this near side, closed down by Conway. It is going to be interesting. We came here before the international break and expected Sheffield United to have lots of possession. They didn't, did they, on that occasion? And Borough have won it back now, and they're going to get a throw in down this near side. Conway doing well to work back. Who do you expect to dominate in terms of possession?
I expect Middlesbrough to dominate, but what I've been impressed with so far, you look at the defensive line of West Brom really stepping up. What does that do, Mark? That allows the midfield to step a little bit higher, and then you look at it, they're keeping 4. And when Middlesbrough defence are coming out with the ball, there's 4 in that attacking line of West Brom, saying, right, okay, let's play. Can you play through us? And at the minute, they're picking second balls up. Alex Mowat winning a couple of those.
Yeah, ball worked well there by Aidan Morris, and now the ball is wide on the Borough right, and they go forward with Callum Britton. He'll take it forward. Nipan will take it off him. Ball on halfway. Borough have it with Hackney. Hackney now looking to get it away to Conway. Everybody back for West Brom at the moment.
You see Callum Britton's reaction there. Fantastic little play. Gives it forward, and he's always going to ask that question in behind. The ball has to go to him. So much room for error. Little clip with quality down that right channel, and it gives him something to run onto.
Well, that's a beautiful flick there. There's a chance here into the edge of the area for Middlesbrough. Can they get the shot away? Nipan, it is, and he's just pulled it wide. It was a beautiful flick round the corner from David Strelec there, and it invited Nipan into the edge of the area. Just couldn't quite get it out of his feet quickly enough and pulls his shot wide, but beautiful football from the Borough.
Yeah, winning the ball, putting it forward. Can they pass forward? Yes, they can. Nipan gets the ball. It's a great little bit of quality. Comes inside. I think he can get the shot away probably a little bit earlier there. Skips back, just tries a little reverse. Hit the target. Make sure you work Griffiths there when the opportunity presents itself.
All headed forward by Middlesbrough. Brought down on this near side by West Bromwich Albion, and they have it in their own half, and they'll play it across the back 4. And the Wards over on that far side, the West Brom left. Their fans are right over in the far corner, down the end that West Brom are attacking in this first half. Here goes Campbell again, gets it infield here to the change, Diakite. Nice little footwork there. There's a chance to play in here down the right. Here now is Wallace. Wallace approaching the edge of the box, tried to whip a cross in, and it's beaten away by the chest of the defender. And out for a throw-in on this near side.
Well, it's excellent players, isn't it? You're looking at Campbell, he fires it into Mowat, once round the corner into Malumbi. What I will say, Malumbi's pass has to be in behind. He can play it between the centre-back and wing-back for Jed Wallace to get in behind. He plays it to feet, it takes the kind of sting out of the attack.
Throwing down away to our right here. 0-0 if you just joined us, 6 gone. Middlesbrough against West Bromwich Albion. Live and exclusive on Talksport 2, your home of the EFL. What a game day live we have got for you tomorrow. It is an absolute cracker. Ball going to be launched into the box, headed away, but not commandingly. It's gone upwards rather than outwards. Bouncing around, referee blows his whistle, and that'll be a free kick to Middlesbrough. Kicks off tomorrow, game day live, 12:30. Talksport, Liverpool against Everton, the Merseyside derby, live and exclusive on Talksport. Reshman Chowdhury, Sam Matterface, and the former Liverpool player and Everton coach Charlie Adams. Same time, Talksport 2, Leicester against Coventry. Big one there, Adam Bridge, with the former Leicester star Mark Albright. And all the goals as are going with Adrian from 2:30 on Talksport. Talksport 2, Dance and Perry Groves will be up at Bramhall Lane. Chris Wilder's back. Sheffield United against Charlton. And we round off the day with another exclusive Premier League match as Fulham take on Brentford. 8 o'clock Talksport.
Mark, just look at the way that West Brom are setting up. Basically, they've got 6. There's a big gap, and then they've got that 4 pressing really high and forcing the issue. And like you say, Malumbi and Mowat are being very brave, just sitting in front of the 4 behind and picking up second balls. They're forcing them to kick it and saying, look, come on, you're playing into our strengths. We're going to win every one of those aerial duels, but who's going to pick up the second ball?
Well, West Brom have it, and now they have it on halfway. They go backwards to go forwards, and they'll look to play out from the back. And now they've tried and force a ball forward with Mowat. Ball to Strelec. He gets it to Nipan. He looked like he was fouled. Referee, he's not having any of that. He's just walked over to Nipan and said no.
Yeah, I think both players were generally going for the ball there. Nipan just had that little bit of quality, lifted it over for Callum Britton. But if there is contact, I think the referee's got to call it.
Here now is Aidan Morris. 0-0 if you just joined us. Here now is Hayden Hackney. Borough did so well to hang on to him in the window. And he now gets it out wide on this near side. Here's Matt Targett, another really crucial piece of business you feel for Middlesbrough. Just had some real quality on that left-hand side. Hackney rolls off the pass to Morris. He'll feed it wide now, invites Britton to go forward. Strelec waits on the edge of the penalty area. They're not just going to throw it in, though. They're going to try and build here, Middlesbrough. Everybody in a West Brom green and yellow shirt has dropped back into position, and the pass to Neepan was not a good one, but it might fall to Conway, who's gone down. Referee's having none of it. Conway ass. It was Phillips who collided with him. I think it might have been a soft one, but still high in the mouths of West Bromwich Albion fans. Borough come forward again. Strelec edge of the box. Feeds it to Neepan. He's got past his man, but he just overran it. And it's behind. First time I've seen Strelec, he looks a player.
Yeah, very good there, but you can't allow Tommy Conway that time and space. Waiting to see this challenge, you'll realise it's not a penalty. It's a fantastic challenge from Nat Phillips as well. He had to make it. You cannot take any risk. Overplaying, and it's a great interception. I'm just looking at it on the monitor now. He just comes across, sees the danger, and the toe just takes it away, but it's all ball there. Fantastic defensive challenge. Tommy Conway actually gets to the ball. I tell you what, fantastic defending that is. But Tommy Conway does, he chases everything. He's onto it, he's alive, he's always on the move.
Yeah, well, we saw him against Sheffield United. He had one sight of goal and he finished it beautifully, didn't he? I just wonder there, if he takes it away from goal, Phillips is not going to get it. Phillips would have brought him down, wasn't it? It was an honest challenge from Conway. He was trying to get in on goal and Phillips just beat him to it. But great stuff here. We've had 10 minutes, Talksport 2. Mark Wilson, the former Scotland striker, Chris Owellamo and Hugh Wozencroft, your team tonight. Getting your weekend off and running. So much live football to come on the Talksport network. Keep you up to date with the WSL games as well that are happening tonight as well. As the ball works its way, Borough now are starting to enjoy a little bit of possession and they feed it forward. Neepan gets it away. He feeds it out wide on the right now. Borough working their way forward. West Brom again fall back into shape. They're very disciplined up to press West Bromwich Albion. And now the ball back on halfway, and Luke Ayling has played a blind pass there, and I think it's pretty clear it was a blind one, Chris, because there was no one anywhere near him.
Yeah, I think you're looking at Callum Britton had already bombed forward there, but you look how well structured and well organised West Brom are. You know, they play that, try and play high press, leave four up there. As soon as it's played through, they all have an understanding. Drop back centrally. Make sure that Middlesbrough have the ball in wide areas and then say, oh, come on then, try and break us down. Very, very quick to switch from attack to defence.
Yeah, Diakite has it on the edge of the centre circle, plays it away. Chris Meffam back in the Championship again. Gets the ball back now and he'll look to spread play out wide on his right-hand side. That's George Campbell who will feed it towards halfway. Nice turn there. Malumbi drives forward. Wallace to his right. Just sold him out a little bit with a pass there. Not quite enough on it, but he wins it back. And here's Diakite now. About 40 yards out from goal. Alex Moore looks to work it on his left foot. Out wide over on that far side now. Styles looking to put the cross in. It's brought down edge of the box, but Conway should be there to tidy it up. And eventually it's just booted forward by Targett, looking for land rather than a teammate there just to get the danger away.
Well, I'm going to have to compliment the Middlesbrough defence as well. Look at that, how high that defensive line is. And they've got three in it. Hegbo, Wallace and Price at the minute, just trying to kind of... But they've not really got anyone that can open up in behind. You know, I think the Middlesbrough defence, they can all move as well. They're comfortable getting turned and running in behind, so that's why they're comfortable stepping up so high. It makes it very, very difficult. What West Brom have to do here is just clip some in the channel, just play it down the side. Make them defend in that final third and then play from there. If they can pick up second balls, then that's when they can go towards goal.
Campbell did really well to win a throw in there. The pass fell between him and Targett, and he rattled it against the shins of the Newcastle loanee and out for a throw in. 0-0 here, 12 and a half gone. Up at the Riverside. It's quite a balmy evening tonight up in the northeast. Meffam will feed it forward now towards the halfway. Not seen much of Isaac Price just yet. Now there's a ball over the top and it could be in behind him. Bryn races off his line and then the flag belatedly goes up. Well, there were two West Brom players closing down on Saul Bryn. He wasn't to know the flag hadn't gone up And in the end, he did pretty well. Free kick, but just a warning there for Middlesbrough.
Well, that's what they have to do. I think, when the defensive line is that high, the timing of the run. If Jed Wallace is going to be in that defensive line, the attacking line beside Hegbo, I'm looking at this now, and you know what? They're not.
I think that's onside.
It's onside, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the linesman sees the Middlesbrough defender first. It's a poor decision, isn't it?
They were both onside.
Both onside.
Well, Bryn did get there before anybody else. It remains 0-0, but that is a shot across the bows for the Borough defence, because West Brom broke the offside trap, but were undone by the officiating. Here now is Aidan Morris. He'll feed it wide on the Borough right. Nipan, nice little dummy there. That will be a free kick this time. It was a foul on Callum Britton, who dummied to go one way and then feigned to go the other, and he got brought down in the meantime, and it's a free kick for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, they're comfortable in possession, Middlesbrough, even though West Brom are trying to kind of force the issue. I think sometimes they do have to look to go long, overplaying all the time, and then when it breaks down, you've got 3-4 players behind the West Brom midfield, so straight away they've got a lot of work to get back into shape, albeit when they play like this and can play through and find those little pockets, they get a lot of joy from it.
Here's Alfie Jones, feeds it to Target. Target gets it to Conway, who's down the left-hand channel. Target feeds it in towards the edge of the penalty area. Strong challenge comes in, but it breaks the way of the Borough, who keep possession. Morris finds Target, pulls it back. Mort will head it away. Ball cushioned back down to Morris on the left-hand side, about 30 yards out from goal. Goes back to Alfie Jones. Jones will get it away to Hackney. Here's Target. No, his quality in terms of crossing, but opts not to cross it. Here's Hackney again, looks for the ball through. Conway's going to react first, get on the end of it. He's forced out of the box as they're coming together. Diakite got enough for the ball, says the official. Header won by Nipan, and it's back, and Edmondson will go safety first all the way back to Sol Bryn. But a good passage of play from Middlesbrough. What we're seeing, Chris, from West Brom, they're quite happy to sit in, keep their shape and do their work.
No, exactly that, and they have to keep that discipline. Very, very concentrated. Everyone knows the responsibility. I think Middlesbrough there had maybe 2-3 opportunities that they can put a ball into the box. They have to do it.
Yeah, I guess what didn't help them on that occasion, Conway was one of the runners coming out wide, and they'd rather have him in the box. But
spot on.
Patient build-up. Good tackle goes in from Mowat on halfway. Pass from Alfie Jones was a little bit fortuitous, but now there could be a chance to Brighton. They're looking to get in behind with Strelec, but good work from Metham. He was alert to the danger and rolls it back to Josh Griffiths in goal.
Yeah, great defending. Very, very aware to where Strelec was there. Just as I say, comfortable giving it back to Griffiths as well. Fantastic defending. And then using the ball, I've got to say, I think West Brom have had the opportunities, using the ball well, trying to play through the thirds under a very organised Middlesbrough press as well.
Yeah. Metham, who had a spell at Sunderland last year. And now neat skill there from Target, but they couldn't collect it. Hackney was out muscled, and now there could be a break on here. Referee's going to blow his whistle and say that's a free kick. And that was Price showing himself just in the midfield there. Well,
fantastic quality from that Target for one. Take it around 2-3 players, gives it away, but Jed Wallace is onto it. Great little play. Hegum one round the corner, Isaac Price takes it. Fantastic quality. 2-3 passes, and then the challenge has to be made. I think the referee's got it spot on. Yeah, you look Hailing on the foul on Price there.
Yeah. Not seen a lot of him so far, but that's just a sign of his quality. When he gets on it, he causes problems.
Well, he was one of the runners, the offside that wasn't offside, and that's what you got to do. You've got to have the understanding to go beyond Hegbo, sorry.
Here's a free kick. Wallace about to deliver it. Everybody back for Borough. They're about 25 yards out from the goal. Now they drop back in as the ball's flicked in. Diakite got a header on it, but it'll bloom wide, and Sol Bryn will let it amble behind for a goal kick. So we've had 17 minutes here at the Riverside. 0-0. Borough's 2 home wins have both been by the scoreline of 1-0, although for anyone who was here or listening against Sheffield United, Chris, it should have been a lot more than 1-0, shouldn't it?
Yeah, remember, I think it was Bergzorg, wasn't it? Came on, could have got 4 goals in the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that.
He could have done. Just as a side, I don't think we're surprised to see Ruben Sayers get the sack down at Sheffield United, are we, based on what we saw here a few weeks ago?
No, it's one of them. It's disappointing to see anyone lose their job, but made some big decisions and got them drastically wrong.
Yeah. Well, Chris Wilder is back, and you'll find out how he and Sheffield United get on tomorrow. Dance and Perry Groves will be at Bramall Lane. 3 o'clock start, live and exclusive on Talksport 2, as the Blades take on Charlton, looking to get their season up and running. Well, it won't be easy. Borough playing their way forward now, deep inside their own half. Have it over on the far side. And they'll just bring it forward. Again, West Brom are just happy just to sit there and say, right, what are you going to do? Borough will bring it forward. Here's Hackney. Advances towards halfway. Gets it away on the near side. Finds Alfie Jones. Jones looking for the switch. That's not the worst pass. He might have just overhit it. Just a fraction too much on it. And it rolls behind. But everyone in the ground could see what he was trying to do there. And sometimes I thought, here's the main thing. If he's looking to do the right thing, then the fans can live with that.
Yeah, but I think that's what they have to do. They have to kind of probably overplay on one side, suck this West Brom side across, and that's where you're going to get the joy, having that big switch of play. If it's, it's a great strike over hit, but Callum Britton on another time can get on the back of that and then take that first touch straight into the 18-yard box there.
Oh, a bit of a misunderstanding at the back there. I think the defender was hoping that the goalkeeper, Josh Griffiths, was going to clear it. In the end, he didn't, and they got in a bit of a tangle there. I don't think Nat Phillips was overly happy with his goalkeeper there. They do eventually play it forward. Now there's a pull there, but the offside flag has gone up, and George Edmondson can count himself a lucky boy there, because he's just had a pull on the back of Egbo's shirt, and that would have been a free kick and a big decision.
Yeah, I just think the defender, he knew from when the ball was struck from Campbell that Hegebe was offside. It was lazy striker play actually, because he's seen the ball and then he's tried to get onside. It's poor. Walk those couple of yards, make sure you're onside, and then you know what, it is a real battle there to get in behind Edmondson.
I'll tell you what, Chris, having seen that early decision we saw from that official, I wouldn't be relying on anything. I'd be playing the ball, not the man, that is for sure. But he got that one right, so we'll give him that. Here the ball on halfway. Middlesbrough have it 0-0. We're live at the Riverside. League leaders against 5th. Unbeaten Middlesbrough came back and scored late at Deepdale to keep that unbeaten run going, as Phillips controls one with the inside of his boot, brings it down and finds Diakite and shows the quality. But then it's given away by Diakite, and they tried to play Strelec in. He might yet win it back. He has his pocket pinched, and they'll get it back West Brom, but that was careless. That was almost a chance there for the Borough.
Yeah, he's got to have better quality.
They've won it back again. Here's Conway, drives into the box, teammates with him, goes past one, still in. Oh, good save, bounces off Conway and onto the roof of the net. Keeper makes a great save there, Josh Griffiths. Conway seemed to ghost his way through defenders, got his shot on target. Phillips saved it, hits Conway and lands on the roof of the net, 0-0.
Well, this is fantastic play from Tommy Conway as well. Just so direct, isn't he? Such a powerful runner. Gets into the 18-yard box. He's got one thing in mind. Can he get his shot away? He puts it around one side, if not possibly through the legs of Nat Phillips, but gets round the other side and still has the composure to hit the target and make Griffiths make the save. It's an excellent save as well. What's that? Has that been given as a...
It was a goal. If you watch it, bounces back and hits him. It bounces back and hits Conway and went behind.
Well, to be fair, it's a fantastic save. I think Conway was actually trying to get the head on it to actually steer it back goalwards.
Here's a ball over the top, and back defending is Edmondson, sticks a leg out, Brinches it down and then volleys it away. But once again, West Brom trying to play on that break, and they nearly did it again. Now they get it with Malumbi, feeds it wide to Phillips. Here come the Baggies looking to get their noses in front here. Lost the last 3 to Middlesbrough. Been a bit of a bogey team for them over the last 18 months or so. Quick 1-2 from Price, given away though. Hackney will bring it forward. Borough looking to break. Strelec happy for the ball to go in behind. They went short to Nipan. It's the first start he's made, isn't it, Strelec? And I think Middlesbrough are not... It's almost like they're not quite sure what to do with him at the moment, but he looks mobile, doesn't he, when they get going forward? But here come West Brom at the other end. They're looking to break, but the ball too deep. Target should see it out on the near side, but I've been impressed with him so far, Strelec.
Well, his movement's been outstanding, isn't it? But they train with him. They know his strengths. If he's saying to you, I'm always going to be looking on the shoulder, trying to get him behind, then surely that's what they look at. First off, I have to say, I think when West Brom are set up this way, it's how good they are in transition. They're comfortable not having the ball, but when they get it straight away, can they play forward? Can they be creative? And at the minute, there's been some little fantastic interplays.
Yeah. Strelec, the Slovakian, signed from Slovan Bratislava, where he scored goals in the Champions League qualifiers and in the Europa League as well. So he's scored goals at the highest level. I'll tell you what we've seen from him so far, might well be scoring goals for Borough pretty soon as well. Mobile, got a good touch, and always looking to get in behind. Here's Conway. Conway tried to beat one, but Diakite takes it off him, and then Conway. Now that was a centre forwards tackle, Chris. You'd have been proud of that one.
Yeah, 100%. You know, Diakite knows he's in a game, but that's what you get from Tommy Conway. Honest as the day is long, chases everything, but work ethic, that box is definitely ticked.
Yeah, just a warm round of applause. Sam Illing Jr., who was a Borough loanee last year, has just gone to warm up. The Baggies loanee now, down away to our left. He got a nice warm round of applause down below us. It's Borough 0-0 with West Brom. Ball played over the top. They're trying to get Price away down the left. He's got there. Now he needs some support in the middle. Price tried to go past Ayling. Ayling lays it back, and it's hooked away by George Edmondson. And Strelic now looking to hold it up, but he's beaten by Meffam. And now here's Diakite on halfway. Still 0-0, but I think both sides will be reasonably happy with how things are going at the minute.
Yeah, I think both have now shown intent, haven't they? I think with the ball, trying to play forward with quality as well. But when without it, I think both are very, very structured, organised, know exactly what their responsibilities are without the ball.
Yeah, they do indeed. Ball works its way out onto the near side. West Brom have it. Here's Moa. Gets it away now. Here's Meffam, advances forward, plays it out wide on the far side. Ball into the edge of the box and nobody there, and Jones had time and maybe could have found a better pass than the one he found there.
I think when Callum Styles plays it forward, it's a little kind of overs. Higginbo's trying to run into the channel, which makes that space, so that's where Jason Mulumby has to go into that space that Higginbo leaves.
Now the ball down the Borough right. They've got it. Plenty of red shirts advancing into the area, but the ball played behind them all. But it's given away. There's a chance to put the cross in here from deep. Cross to the far post, and it's brought down in the end by Campbell, who does well just to side-foot it away. He wanted to try and play his way out and realised he'd played himself into a spot of bother there.
Yeah, I don't understand why Campbell just doesn't put the foot through it and just clear it into the Middlesbrough half and then allow the defensive unit to step up there. I don't know if he's trying to kind of just try a little cheeky one over to Jed Wallace, but probably overhit it.
Ball out for a throw-in. 0-0. 25 on the clock here. Borough won their opening 2 home games by a 1-0 against Swansea and Sheffield United. They were thumped here by Doncaster in the League Cup, 4-0. That's the only blot on their early season copybook, unbeaten in the league. And Edmondson is just preparing to take a long throw. Here he comes now, level with the edge of the box, launches it into the box, it's flicked on, big chance, and it's poked in, and it is the man, David Strelic, who fires it in from 6 yards out. The long throw in is back in fashion. Borough execute it beautifully, and Strelic is there. The Riverside Roars, Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 0.
Well, that's an excellent finish, isn't it? You know, just alive to that second phase. Have to defend better, but he's on to it in a flash inside the 6-yard box. Just like you say, goes with the right foot under the right hand of Griffiths there as well. Excellent finish, just alive to it. Fantastic goal. Just look at the ball coming in. Can it be dealt with? No, it's kept alive, and there straight onto it. In behind defending, there's a Higginbo that's on him there. Has to be better. Hands in the right position, but then just switches off, gets in behind. Great movement from Strelic. Yeah. Great little finish. Makes sure the connection's right, doesn't he?
Yeah, great flick on as well at the near post. And he volleys in. I think that might be the first of a few this season. Looks a signing. And the Riverside delighted. Their new boy has his first goal for the Borough. And it's Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 0. And listen to this place now. Ball forward from West Brom goes out. All of a sudden now Ryan Mason's got a different conundrum to deal with. Middlesbrough in front. They've been committing plenty of bodies forward as well, haven't they? Albeit it's from a long throw in the end, but they certainly had plenty of red shirts in the box.
Yeah, you know, I think especially when Luke Ayling, Callum Britton down that right-hand side, they have had opportunities to put the ball in the box. Players do gamble, they do work that little bit harder to try and get in on the end of it. Just the quality hasn't been there. But there, you know, I think if you're looking at Ryan Mason defensively, go and win that first contact. And then if not, someone's got to be alive to the second phase.
There's a Borough player down. West Brom are going to play on. It is Conway who is back up on his feet. He's hobbling around on the halfway line. He's going to try and run it off as West Brom attack, looking for an equaliser here on Talksport 2. Game Day Live to come tomorrow. 4 live commentaries from the Premier League and the Championship here. Now, nice ball played through, and they're going to try and roll it to Malumbi, who's Hegebo played it forward, and again, maybe the pass not quite on the money. If he plays him in on goal there, surely he gets a shot away.
Why has he passed it, Mark? He can just turn and run it towards the goal himself. There's no defender near him. He's picked up an excellent position between both centre-backs there, received it. He can just turn and drive himself. If he's going to get caught, then that's when you release it, or you can get a shot away at least.
Ball on this near side, but West Brom have lost possession right on halfway. Rob Edwards just telling everybody to calm down. His side with a valuable lead, and they'll be hoping that they can add to it. We were here, as we mentioned, against Sheffield United when it got a little bit nervy after a host of missed chances, but signs are they're a team playing with confidence. Middlesbrough tonight, target on halfway, has it. Bit of a naughty challenge went in there. Down below us from Wallace. Yeah,
Jed Wallace has just tried to kind of leave a little bit on target there. Fantastic little ball. He's just tried to switch the play to Ayling. Had a lot of room for error. Overhit it. I'd rather that than underhit it, especially going central.
Yeah, well, ball works its way forward over on the far side. Middlesbrough react, and now the break's on. Looking to feed it through. Here's Hackney. Hackney goes past one. It might fall to Conway, who leapt out of the way of a strong challenge, and it's out for a throw-in. But Borough on the break just need to get that pass right, and they'll be in on goal again.
Yeah, strong challenge here from Styles as well on Conway.
All with Middlesbrough. Space here inside the West Brom half. They'll roll it across here and invite Jones into the attack. He'll find Target. Target back to Jones. Borough leading by 1-0. Strelec with a goal. And has the league leaders in front. Edmondson at the back. Comfortable in possession, finds Ayling. Finds Morris. Hegebo just tracks him back. On halfway, a game of chess is ensuing here. Conway made a run in behind, but they're not playing the ball over the top just yet, Middlesbrough. Nice run down the channel there from Hackney, but they again go back to come forward. They don't need to chase it now, Middlesbrough. Now they've got the goal, they can afford to be a little bit more precise with their passing. Now the ball works its way forward. Now the ball over the top for Conway, and after all that build-up, hit it far too deep, and Griffiths collects it comfortably.
Yeah, when you look at the quality that Callum Britton has, you know, Tommy Conway's movement is excellent. He wants it to feet. He's shown. He's having a proper word as well when he's not receiving the ball. Just give him it. That ball in behind, far too much on it.
Yeah, certainly has. Ball out of play over on the far side. And a chance now for West Brom, who trail by 1-0. They have it over on the far side of the pitch. Now they come forward here. Borough in front. Nice turn, Malumbi. He now drives through the centre circle. Advances forward. Feeds it out wide on the left. Here's Callum Styles now. Lays it back to Alex Mowat. Mowat comes forward. He'll just roll it off. Here now, Diakite. He has it. 35 yards out.
Yeah, it's too slow, isn't it? They need to move it a lot quicker, a little bit more urgently to try and move this Middlesbrough unit around. Very, very compact. Everyone's shuffling across, but yeah, too many touches. You have to miss someone out. Can Callum Styles fire it across to Campbell or Nat Phillips, because they're just playing through every player, and Middlesbrough are very, very comfortable.
Hegbo does well, lays it back to Malumbi. Malumbi now 30 yards out, advances forward, feeds it wide now, chance for the cross into the box. It's partially cleared. Nipan arrives at the far post to try and clear it, but he can't. Beaten to it. Here's Price. Lays it back now, chance for the cross if they want to put it in. There's only 2 yellow and green shirts in the middle. Here's Mowat, looks for the give and go. Diakite gets it away here. Wallace thought about the shot. It was on momentarily, and then his pass just forced Styles back a little bit. He has it over on the far side. West Brom, when they can get Malumbi and Wallace on that half turn in the middle. They look a different side, but you make the great point. It's all in front of Middlesbrough at the moment.
Yeah, but they, like you say, I think they're very patient with it, which is, you know what I mean. You've got to kind of say well done to them for that. But then can they play it forward? You know, you're looking at Hegebo, you're looking at Malumbi picking up nice little pockets. Be brave, play that difficult pass, and then you're taking 3-4 Middlesbrough players out the game. Like that's perfect.
Nice challenge 0-1 by Middlesbrough, and they work it now to Nipan, but he tried to nutmeg Campbell, who's having none of that, and Diakite will tidy it up and get it back to his goalkeeper. So Borough lead by a goal to nil, and Josh Griffiths also had that great save from Tommy Conway as well. So Borough have had a couple of good chances so far. Lead by a goal to nil. 33 on the clock here, live on Talksport 2. Ball given away by West Brom. Is the counter on? Nipan will get it now. Looks to work his way through the centre circle. Strelec was in front of him, couldn't find him. Ball all break to Conway. Conway steps away from one. Did well to beat Wallace to it, and then gives it away. And the challenge comes in over on the far side from Britain, and he brings down Styles. Two former Barnsley players coming together there on that far side.
I've got to say, Nipan, fantastic quality. His first touch just takes it away from the player in behind, and then the pass lets him down.
Here now a chance at the other end, and Price from a really narrow angle has just ballooned his shot way over the crossbar. Yeah,
it was always going away from goal. I think with the quality that Price has, just get it under control, take the touch back into the box, you know, towards the goal, make the defender have to defend, and then get your head up with the composure that he's got. Does he have support? Can he release someone?
Well, it's an opportunity for Borough to play out from the back again. Rob Edwards looking on in conversation with his backroom staff, and a yellow card given to one of the backroom staff down below us. Here the ball given away by West Brom. Strelec gets it away. Nipan gets it out on this near side. He looks through it back here, advancing down the left. Looking now to get into the edge of the box. Turns, looks to square it. Mowat gets a foot in, a desperate foot in, and the lovely cushion pass, but Hackney had run away from the ball, and Borough turn over possession just again as they look threatening on the break.
But Nipan again, fantastic quality, and he puts so much on the pass, and it's defended well by Diakite. But Hayden Hackney was there if he wasn't there to get the interception.
Yeah, certainly was. Ball on the centre circle, just the West Brom side of halfway. 35 gone. Game day live tomorrow. Liverpool-Everton kicks things off. Leicester-Coventry will be live on Talksport 2. The goals as they go in with Adrian and the team. 2:30 on Talksport. 3 o'clock Sheffield United-Charlton with Dance and with Perry Groves. And we round the night off Fulham-Brentford, a London derby to round things off. Ball played forward, and here now was a Middlesbrough player gone. I think might have a head knock here. I think the referee should stop this. Yeah, he's going to stop it. You're having a look at the stats. What have you seen?
Yeah,
Chris?
Just possession wise, you know, I think both teams are having the fair share of the ball, you know, using the ball well. It's very even, you know, chances created, shots on targets, you know, goalkeeper saves across the board, very, very tight, small margins, isn't it? Just being clinical in that final third, that attacking third. And I think obviously Strelec with a fantastic goal.
Yeah, 1-0. The problem here is it Edmondson that's down. Took a bang in the face, possibly. We just have a break in play, and all the Borough players are coming over to this near side to get on board some fluids. And why wouldn't they? It is a warm, balmy evening here. We've just seen a replay of the goal, and he just knew where to go, didn't he? He was in the right place just to side foot it in. Ayling it was who challenged for it and got a great flick on at the near post.
Yeah, you just got to gamble, haven't you? You've got to anticipate, believe that your player's going to win it. And he's just got behind Hegebo there, who's pure defending. You know, you just got ball watching, wasn't it? But Strelec, fantastic finish, and just made sure that connection was right to steer it back past Griffiths.
WSL action on Sunday live on Talksport 2. Manchester United against Arsenal. Joe Shannon with the former lead striker Lucy Ward for that one. Monday we're back in the Championship. Millwall, Watford. Talksport 2. You will be in the chair for that one. Alex Crook and the former England defender Alvin Martin, our team. Then we're back to Carabao Cup action. Lincoln, Chelsea on Talksport 7:45. Adrian will be there with Jim Proudfoot and the former Chelsea man Andy Townsend. Talksport 2. Liverpool against Southampton. will be our 8 o'clock game with Dance and Mickey Gray. And then on Wednesday, Port Vale against Arsenal. And it is Europa League action as well. Real Betis against Nottingham Forest. So much action to get involved with. Can't wait. Another huge week. Another busy week. As Edmondson is led from the field on the near side, but looks like he's going to be okay to carry on.
Yeah, he's moving okay. Deep in conversation there. Big player as well for me. You know, the composure, that physicality. You know, he's so aggressive. Wins a majority of his aerial duels as well, but tidy on the feet. Tidy with his feet as well.
Ball comes forward here. Strelic again, a good little layoff on the right. Nice little nutmegs as well as they advance forward. It was Hackney, and in fact it's Britton, and the referee has Dean with his assistant. There was a bit of a push there from Callum Britton, but that was another nice looking move and another good layoff from Strelic.
Yeah, Strelic, he's really on the move. Fantastic from Callum Britton as well. I've got to say, Callum Styles, you know, he maybe felt the slightest contact. It was a fantastic dive forward, not too much in it, losing his footing as well. Yeah, just a little hand. You know what, the referee's got that one spot on. You know, when you're going full pelt, your balance isn't quite right. Just the smallest of touches from Callum Britton puts Callum Styles down.
Here's a chance at the other end. Ball whipped into the box. Edmondson back on the field, heads it partially away. A fall here for Wallace. Try to lash a shot. Diakite miscontrolled it. Now the break could be on here. Advancing forward was Morris. Finds a pass. It was a pinpoint one. He gets it away. Naipan gets it now. Here's Hackney again. He's got red shirts in front of him. Naipan has it. There's a man wide on the right. That's Conway. Neat football from Borough. Conway goes down. Tries to win it back. He never appealed for a penalty and he wasn't going to get one either. And West Brom bring it away. It's another easy on the eye counter-attack from Middlesbrough. This time it comes to nothing. And now it's the Baggies going the other way. Hegemo on halfway's rolled his man. But a good challenge goes in. It's out for a throw-in.
Yeah, great interplay with Naipan and Hayden Hackney there. Tommy Conway, that's the positions he wants to be in, coming into the box 1v1, and I've got to say Callum Styles there, fantastic timely challenge as well, had to make contact with the ball there.
Yeah, certainly did. Ball works its way forward. Hang on, what's the referee? I think it's George Edmondson again. The physio's been called back on. I wonder if there's a bit of blood there somewhere. Luke Ayling just had a look at it. Oh, I tell you what, he's got a big black eye there, hasn't he? Look at that. That looks quite badly swollen, that eye.
Yeah, he can hardly see out of it. You can see the swollen, it's coming down. Yeah, I'm surprised he's come back on. I'm looking at, he's just the back of the head of Hegebo as well there.
Yeah, he has. And he's coming off. That's him done. They're not hanging around. Now Sam Silvera is coming on here, so I would surmise that they may be going. Either Target will drop back into the back three and Silvera will play out wide on the left. Yeah. I think that might be what happens there, but that is a horror. He's got a real big lump above his eyebrow and then a big lump on his eyelid as well. That's a cracker, isn't it?
Yeah, you're just hoping the eye socket's intact there. In fairness, it looks really uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolute accident. Nothing in it, but that is a blow for the home side. Sammy Silvera, the Australian international, into the action for the Borough. An early change, 41 on the clock. Ball played wide down the West Brom left, and they went too early then. And the offside flag this time goes up in plenty of time so that nobody's chasing it back. And it's a free kick. 3 and a bit to go towards half-time. Ryan Mason's, I think he's going to have to tinker with something here, isn't he? Because Borough have looked threatening for that second goal, and you do worry if they do get a second goal. I don't really see West Brom getting back into it.
No, I have to agree. You know, I think they have had moments, West Brom, but just like you say, they need to be more creative. Definitely not scoring enough goals, not creating enough chances.
Well, they've got a chance here before the break. Can they level it up? Both sides dropping points at the weekend. Both looking to get back to winning ways. The leaders, Middlesbrough lead. Here's Moa. Looks to get it away, finds Phillips. Feeds it wide to Campbell, back to Moa. And again, it's all a little bit in front of Middlesbrough, and they're just happy to let West Brom have it.
Well, you just look at this now. It's basically a back five, and you've got Hackney Morris and Naipan just sitting in front, saying break us down. Like you called it in your commentary earlier, West Brom have to come out and get the goal. Middlesbrough are comfortable to keep the ball, and then you know what, when Burnley take the necessary risk and overcommit, can Middlesbrough be there to capitalise on that?
Well, here's a chance now down the Baggies' right-hand side. Can they work an opening here? Closing stages. Jed Wallace rolls it to Mowat. Back to Wallace. But again, they're going backwards at the moment, the Baggies. Just lacking a little bit of movement, but they retain possession. And that time Wallace did make the run, but Moore opted to go away from him. And Strelec leads the defence from the front. That's a better pass. Meffam will be invited forward over halfway. Now there's a bit of movement. The green and yellow shirts active in front of them. Here now is Campbell, brings it forward. He puts in the cross, but it's chested down edge of the area by Ayling, who then finds a pass for Conway. And Strelec again had made a relieving run, but they didn't go to him.
Well, it's different class from Luke Ayling as well, just to read the flight of the ball, to come in and have the composure, even with West Brom players around him, to take it down in the chest, and then the pass, to see Tommy Conway and execute it the way that he did. Just fantastic quality. Here
now is Hackney. Thought about a weaving, mazy run inside his own half. Just offloads the ball. We're into the final minute of the 45. We have had a couple of stoppages. Obviously that Edmondson injury and interchange as well. Ball down, played forward. Here goes Strelec after it. He's going to get to it first. If he looks up, Conway's in the box. Arriving now as a little nutmeg there from Strelec. Well, a goal kick has been given there. Didn't quite see the last touch, but yeah, it's come off Strelec and it's bound for a goal kick.
Yeah, it has, and I'm just looking at Rob Edwards. Proper had a go at Strelec as well, because he never made that channel run, and then the ball came back straight away, taking on board what the manager's saying, got in behind. Fantastic quality down this left-hand side, and when he opened up, he won that running race anyway. It's just, he has that quality, you know, that composure. 1v1 end product. You know that he's going to get round his man.
Here's Malumbi, gets the ball away now. Hegamo back to Malumbi. Has it 25 yards out, 3 added on minutes, end of the first half. Here come the Baggies looking for an equaliser. The floated shot from Price got too much underneath it and kills it straight over the crossbar for a goal kick. Still Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 0.
Yeah, he's just tried to feel it, isn't he? You know, he's just trying to find the corner, I think, from that distance, from that angle. Just make sure you meet it with the laces and a little bit of power there. Remains
1-0 here. Live on Talksport 2. Elsewhere, London City lead at Everton by a goal to 0, and Manchester City 3-0 up at Spurs in the Women's Super League. Scottish Championship, Dunfermline lead at St Johnstone, and in the League Cup quarter-finals, Kilmarnock 1, St Mirren 1. Ball now forward here. Middlesbrough have it down their right-hand side, leading by a goal to 0. They'd love a second before the break, really would be. A massive shot in the arm. Here now his target. Is he going to unleash a shot? No, he'll feed it to Silvera on as a substitute. Little step over Silvera. Eased off it there and out-muscled by Phillips and Campbell. There's a bit of a mismatch that in stature, and Silvera just couldn't work his opportunity.
Yeah, when you look at Silvera as well, you know, when he gets control of the ball, he's very, very direct. Great athleticism as well, but yeah, good defending, and then just got his body between ball and man and usher it out.
Yep, did indeed. Out for a throw-in. Ryan Mason on the edge of his technical area picks up the ball and gives it back to his team, who trail by a goal to 0. The goal coming on 26 minutes. As we are halfway through the minimum of 3 added on minutes. Lovely touch there from Jones. Takes the ball off Hegabo. Now the ball works its way now across the halfway line, and Silvera has to come forward. Just checked and opts for a safe pass back to Target. Target has it. Finds Jones, whose nice pass started this move off. Here's a chance now down the right. Conway, a willing runner, keeps possession. Finds it back to Britton here. Can the Borough engineer an opening at the end of the half? Ayling finds over on the far side Britton again. Just a little bit safe from Middlesbrough. It's almost like they're trying to sit out till half-time, but they're still probing. Silvera has it wide on the left. Closed down. There's a bit of a pull on his shirt there. He asked the question, and they've gone all the way back into their own half here. And Middlesbrough just retaining possession. Ayling on the edge of his own area finds Morris, who feeds it away, and now Target, who's in that back three, gets his boots on it Plays it forward. Strelec was trying to get in behind. Cut out Diakite. Picks it up. Well defended by West Brom. But then Mowat turns into trouble. Conway's picked his pocket. Red shirt's going everywhere. And Conway's crossfield pass was a shocker. Went backwards about 20 yards behind his teammate.
Yeah, he scooped it, hasn't he? Fantastic play though. He's on the back out there. You know, doing what good strikers do, always in the move, trying to kind of win the ball for his team. But nah, like I said, I think Rob Edwards will be the happier of managers, of course. I think controlled and dominated the game.
They certainly have had the best chance. It fell the way of Tommy Conway, who weaved his way through a couple of defenders, forced a really good save out of Josh Griffiths. But moments after, Borough did have their lead. Came from a long throw-in. Edmondson's long throw-in was flicked on by Luke Ayling. And there was the new boy making his first start for Middlesbrough. David Strelec to fire the ball in from 6 yards out. Gave Josh Griffiths no chance. At the other end, one or two contentious offside decisions maybe didn't help West Bromwich Albion's cause, but truth be told, they've been a little bit passive when they've had the ball down the other end of the field. It's the leaders who lead at the Riverside at half-time. It's Middlesbrough 1, West Bromwich Albion 0.
And I wonder if the stats tell us the true story at the break. 46% possession for Middlesbrough. They've had 4 shots, 2 on target, 2 big chances in the first half, according to the statisticians. At 54% possession to West Brom, who've had 6 shots, only 1 of those on target, and no big chances in the game. It makes you feel like it was more eventful than that first half probably was from where I was sitting. How did it feel for you, Chris?
No, I've got to agree. When you look at the stats, you know, when you see 54% possession in West Brom's favour, they had a lot of the ball, but in their own defensive third or middle third, you know, I think probably the first 15-20 minutes of the game, West Brom looked more threatening, used the ball better. Middlesbrough grew into the game. We're always a threat, but then once they've got that goal, they've been in control. You know, they've been very, very comfortable out of possession. They sit back, they allow West Brom to play in front of them, and then when they go and they pounce, they go as a team. They get the ball, and then they get an opportunity, or it's an attacking third entry at least. So I think Rob Edwards will be the happier of managers. You can see Ryan Mason a little bit frustrated at his players because they're moving the ball a little bit too slow. So there needs to be more urgency there to try and disrupt the flow of Middlesbrough even without the ball. So I think just be a little bit gamble, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Take a risk, you know, because at the end of the day you have to try and get back in this game.
He asked for an intense start, Rob Edwards, and I think that's what he got generally from his team. Lots of effort in the early stages. They got the opening goal. In fact, both of the players who've been brought in the attacking lineup have kind of brought some impact to the way that Middlesbrough have played. Svier Nipan, who's been very, very busy and active in that forward area. David Strelec showing moments of quality, and he got the goal as well, a flick on from Luke Ayling. What have you made of what they've both brought to the Borough team?
Well, I think that the movement of Strelec, very, very impressed with that. Always wants the ball. You know, he's comfortable getting it to feet, but he likes running in behind as well. So I think the Middlesbrough player, when they know the player, in game situations as well, I think that's going to be a fantastic outlet. Tommy Conway's coming in and dropping into that little 10. Nipan showed some great little touches, and again, an understanding of the game as well, that driving forward, but when they're in control, maybe 5 minutes to go before the half-time whistle, now he slows it down. He doesn't take that risk. He goes back rather than gambling and going forward. So no, he has an understanding, albeit I think the fans here want out-and-out attack. Go forward every opportunity. He had Aidan Morris bombing forward, Luke Ayling bombing forward, Callum Britton bombing forward. Nipan chooses to go back and obviously keep possession of the ball and go back to the likes of Alfie Jones there.
Well, that's what I think maybe Rob Edwards is going to have a word with the Borough players about. They get this second goal. It may well be game, set and match, but at times they are just playing a little bit safe. I know you mentioned the word gambling for West Brom. I feel it might be the same for Middlesbrough a little bit in this second half as well. The next goal obviously all important in terms of how this game might turn out, and lots for Ryan Mason to ponder. Listening to what you were having to say, I immediately thought of Mikey Johnston, that gambling, that little bit of a trick, little bit of pace going forward as well. He's obviously come with a defensive setup, Ryan Mason. Do you think he'll be thinking, we're probably more at our best if we're on the front foot, let me change it in that regard and let me do it as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think that's a great shout. I think that's what Mikey Johnson brings. It's end product. It's a player that's very comfortable receiving the ball in tight situations, but he gets goals as well. He's a creative player, and that it does change the dynamic of this West Brom side. I understand you're coming to the top of the table. You want to kind of set up a little bit defensive, and then the attributes of your players that you still can pose a threat, but they've had a lot of the ball without doing exactly that. So I think Mikey Johnson is the answer for that one.
Yeah, best chance probably fell very early on to Nat Phillips. He was maybe put off the finish a little bit by the Borough defence.
Yeah, I thought he should have done better, and then when I seen it back, I think Edmondson gets that touch, and then Phillips and Edmondson come to the ball together, because you're looking at Sol Bryn. He was actually near the post. So then I think Nat Phillips just wants to try and put it in the left-hand side, bottom left-hand corner, and that contact from Edmondson as well just steers it towards Sol Bryn to save it with his legs. It was fantastic defending in the end.
It's a big second half on the way for both sides. We'll be back with Mark Wilson and Chris Iwelumo very, very shortly. Just to let you know, live games going on at the moment in the WSL. It's Everton 0, London City Lionesses 2, 62 on the clock in that one, just after the hour mark 2 at Spurs, who trail Manchester City by 3-0. In the Scottish Championship, 50 minutes played, St Johnstone 0, Dunfermline 1. In the Scottish League Cup, 53 on the clock. It is 1-1 between Kilmarnock and St Mirren. In Rugby Union tonight, it's the Premiership Rugby Cup. At 56 on the clock, it is Gloucester 5, Bristol 40, Saracens 34, Northampton Saints 42, and Harlequins 10, Leicester Tigers 17, and 4 matches in Rugby League Super League this evening, all of them at the break. Lee Leopards 8, Huddersfield 4, Salford Red Devils 12, Wakefield Trinity 12, St Helens 16, Castleford Tigers 10, and Wigan Warriors 12, Leeds Rhinos 0. We'll keep you up to date with those scores as well. The score of the evening for us in the Championship, and the only one that really matters for Rob Edwards, is Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 0, thanks to David Strelick's opener. Big 45 minutes on the way. Stay with us on Talksport 2.
Separate your buttocks from your Beckenbauers and play Power Pro with Einheld Pro Power Tools on Talksport. Identify different deutscher football heroes every day to win ein fantastisch All-Star VIP Bayern München Mega Adventure and a cool, cordless Einheld Pro Twin Kit. Enter now at Talksport.com/win and play Power Pro all next week at Drive on Talksport with Einheld Pro Power Tools. The new kit on the block.
Run, don't walk to SIG Roofing. ALM lead code 4, 300mm by 6 metres is only £74.95, excluding 20% VAT per roll for September only. Visit sigroofing.co.uk to find your local branch. SIG Roofing, the home of roofing. With a branch local to your next job, it's the only place to go for materials for your next roofing job. Terms and conditions apply.
Subway knows we're a nation who love a spud. Yep, you heard it right. A spud. A Jackie P. So we're taking everything we put on your sub and putting it on a jacket potato. Like a meatball marinara on a spud. Chicken tikka on a spud. Cheese and beans, classic spud. Then, you know the score. Load it with toppings, extra grated mozzarella and cheddar, of course. Stack on the salad, drench it in sauce. Whoosh, now that's tasty. Sound like a bit of you? Get yourself down to Subway. Subway. Available nationwide.
It's the last chance to get yourself a ticket for Saturday's Lotto draw.
It could be you.
Lotto from the National Lottery. Rules and procedures apply. Players must be 18 or over.
Time's running out on your old assumptions, Brian.
But Argos is just for toys, right?
Wrong. Sean Connie.
This Samsung Galaxy Watch tracks steps, sleep and heart rate.
Yours is through the roof, Brian. There is more to Argos.
Get the latest tech and more on the Argos app today. Subject to availability in selected stores and argos.co.uk.
Building a coffee business? Serving the best Americano in town is up to you. But winning back time and growing your business? Leave that to SumUp. Take orders and payments anywhere with the new SumUp terminal. Turn occasional customers into regulars with a free loyalty program. And with the SumUp point of sale system, you'll always know when you're running low on your best-selling blends. Visit sumup.co.uk to learn more.
Are you an absolutely huge fonter or a zoom-inner? Perhaps you're an arm stretched out like a zombie when holding a newspaper, or a squint so tightly at the menu the waiter thinks you're sleeping. At Specsavers, we get it. You don't want to admit it's time to become a glasses wearer. That's okay. We're ready to see you whenever you're ready to see properly. Book an eye test at specsavers.co.uk so you can see clearer. Okay, we'll stop with the now.
Get updates on the teams and squads, plus all the latest betting odds. All it takes is just one tap. Kill boredom dead with the Talksport app.
The Talksport app. Hear, watch and scroll unbeatable content from the world's biggest sports radio station. Whenever you want, wherever you want. Available from the App Store now. Terms and conditions apply.
The sports machine turns you on to the power of live football.
He fires in a beauty.
EFL Live on Talksport 2.
Two teams in really good form at the start of the season. Laid back for a possible shot. A chance here, and it's saved by the feet of Bryn. The offside flag didn't come up. It was a shot that was deflected. Well, that's a beautiful flick there, and there's a chance here into the edge of the area for Middlesbrough. Can they get the shot away? Nip, and it is, and he's just pulled it wide. They've won it back again. Here's Conway, drives into the box. Teammates with him. Goes past one, still in. Oh, good save. Bounces off Conway and onto the roof of the net. Keeper makes a great save there. Josh Griffiths. Edmondson is just preparing to take a long throw. Here he comes now, level with the edge of the box, launches it into the box, it's flicked on, big chance, and it's poked in, and it is the man, David Strelec, who fires it in from 6 yards out.
Just alive to that second phase, have to defend better, but he's on to it in a flash.
The Riverside roars, Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 0.
The long throw is alive and well in English football in 2025. It pays dividends for Middlesbrough. David Strelec with the goal that puts them 1-0 up over West Bromwich Albion in your live and exclusive commentary here on Talksport 2 EFL Game Day Live. And if it stays this way, Middlesbrough will be moving 4 points clear at the top of the championship table and make it 5 wins out of 6 at the start of the campaign. Life for Rob Edwards at the Riverside looking pretty good, but Ryan Mason and his West Brom side will certainly want to say something about that in the second half. It's coming up for you very shortly here on Talksport 2. In fact, the live championship action continues this weekend on Talksport 2. I'm going to be at the Den on Monday night. We're going to bring you live commentary of Millwall against Watford. Alex Neil's Millwall side winless in their last 3 games in all competitions. They'll be looking to turn their form around, and ahead of the game, our very own Ian Abrahams has been speaking to the man in charge.
Alex, a chance to reset again this weekend?
Yeah, I think that obviously with a sort of good game against Palace all night, I thought the lads did really well. The game prior to that, we drew with Charlton. First half we were a bit disappointing, second half I thought we were better. So yeah, I think what it is, it's an opportunity to get our first win on the board at home this season. I think our away form so far has been good. I think our cup form so far has been pretty good. We suffered a bit of disappointment against Wrexham. It was probably the only game where our performance wasn't actually too bad. We weren't clinical enough and we couldn't finish our chances that came along. So yeah, I think that there's another opportunity for us to go and try and win the game.
What do you make of Watford? Every season I kind of look at it and think, I never know. I always think they're just starting again because they usually have a new manager, which they have again this year, new players, and I would find it difficult to know what to make of them as an opposition.
I think it's still quite early to judge any team at the moment. I've seen teams that go on and win the title and they don't start well in the first 3 or 4 games. They look a bit iffy and everybody's got question marks on them, and then they hit their stride and go on and win the league. Do you know what I mean? So the championship, I think, is about momentum. The championship's about putting strings of uninterrupted sort of wins and draws together and see if you can try and get into that sort of way. It's sort of approaching and winning games. So I think right now Watford, very much like a lot of other teams, I think Ipswich's first win of the season was the other night, and it was 5-0. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to talk about mixed starts, you'll talk about a team that have got Premier League players, Premier League sort of aspirations obviously, and they were in the Premier League last year. So what I think it shows you is how competitive the Championship is, and also how close all the games are. So whether you're at the top or you're at the bottom of the league, every game's really difficult and you need to be your best to win them. So Watford, I think, like you say, if they bring their A game, they're going to be a really difficult opponent. But equally, we've seen games with Watford over the years where they maybe not be on it, but I think that goes for every team. If you're not on it, you're going to suffer.
Going to be an interesting game. Monday night will be live at the Den. We'll have EFL All Access from 6 p.m. Live build-up from 7 to an 8 o'clock kickoff between Millwall and Watford. And remember, of course, our live and exclusive Championship action continues tomorrow lunchtime at Leicester against Coventry. 3 o'clock, we'll have Sheffield United against Charlton for the return of Chris Wilder for the third time at Bramall Lane. Remember, every Monday evening from 6 p.m, EFL All Access, I'll have the former Birmingham and Norwich striker Cameron Jerome alongside me. As I mentioned, that show coming live from the Den. Now, week 3 of the NFL season is coming up for you this weekend as well. We're going to have the Jaguars against the Texans from 6 p.m. on Sunday, followed by the Cardinals against the 49ers from 9:45. Sunday night football, the Giants will take on the Chiefs in the early hours of Monday morning as well. So plenty to come for you. For all your NFL needs, you can go to the Talksport USA YouTube page for all the action, reaction, analysis and exclusive interviews as well. Let's head back to the Riverside Stadium. Are there any changes? Your commentary team, former Scotland striker Chris Uolumo and Talksport's Mark Wilson.
Cheers, Hugh. Bit of a blow for the Borough at the start of the second half. Caliseni coming on, but he's coming on at the expense of the goal scorer, David Strelec, whose night comes to a premature end. So a bit of a blow that for Rob Edwards and Middlesbrough. We've got Saul Bryn in goal. The back three now of Targett, Jones and Ayling. It's Silvera, Hackney, Morris and Britton across the middle with Conway, Seni and Naipan up top. For the visitors, they've got Griffiths in goal. The back four, Campbell, Phillips, Metham and Styles. Malumba, Diakite and Moat, the holding midfielders, with Wallace and Price trying to get up in support of Hegbo, who leads the line. But, well, we certainly weren't expecting that change, Chris, and that would have to go down as a bit of a disappointing one for Rob Edwards.
Yeah, I think so. Bringing Seni on, I don't think it weakens the side. I think Strelec showed great movement, great composure, fantastic finish as well. Has to be just a little niggle. There's got to be something, or maybe just watching his minutes as well. But he looked very, very sharp.
He did. Here comes Naipan, then he has it, gets it away. Ayling has it, edge of his own area. Borough all in red with a white band across the chest. They're going from left to right. Saul Bryn in the charcoal grey goalkeeping strip. And then it's the green and yellow stripes of West Brom. Beautiful flick. Hackney gets away. Here is Caliseni. No, he's not. Cross come past, didn't quite reach him, but we saw a little bit of Caliseni. He's mobile as well. He's going to cause a threat.
Yeah, he is. Asking that question in behind, stretching it. What a ball that was from Luke Ayling into Conway there, and just having that understanding. Little one round the corner for Hackney. Hackney has that quality. He needs to be better than that there.
Challenge goes in there from Jones. It's the challenge is ridden by West Brom. They have it down the right side of the penalty area. Here now, Diakite gets it away to Alex Mowat. He'll just roll it out wide on the far side. Chance for the Baggies to put the cross in. Price waiting in the middle. He gets his head on it. He's put it wide. He has his head in his hands. It looks certain he was going to score if he got anything on it. And Price has headed it wide.
Well, you can't ask for any more from Jed Wallace on that right-hand side. Great ball in. Just feels it in behind the last defender and goalkeeper. Eyes at Price, just rises above, reads the flight of the ball ever so well. Knows exactly where the goal is. And you know what? Just doesn't get enough on it. Tries to just kind of glance it. I think you just got to go power there. All the powers on the cross. Just make sure you're hitting the target there, and it's you're working the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was actually a little bit closer on the replay than it looked. It looked well wide in the end, but that was a chance. And Jed Wallace gave him a filthy look there, as if to say, "How did you not hit the target from that?" Price, who has had goals already in the Championship this season, he's been a good outlet for West Brom. Well, they trail by a goal to nil, and as it stands, the Borough extending their lead at the top of the Championship. We'll have all the goals as they go in tomorrow with Adrian and the team. Busy week ahead. We've got a brilliant day tomorrow. Liverpool, Everton, Leicester, Coventry, Sheffield United, Charlton and Fulham, Brentford are all live and exclusive across the Talksport network. Hopefully you've got the Talksport app by now. If you've not, it's free and available in all the usual places. Nice ball forward again from Ayling. Here now is Naipan. But feeds it into the edge of the area. Hackney comes forward. Hackney finds Silvera. 4 red shirts waiting in the middle. Silvera went for the shot, and he too, rather like Price did down that end in the first half, just gets a little bit too underneath it and balloons it over for a goal kick. Still 1-0.
Yeah, but he's a great outlet, Silvera. As soon as he's in the box here, really working George Campbell, and it's just that the strong arm of George Campbell that just puts Silvera off. He's just trying to feel it round to that far stick. And I've got to say, yeah, got way under it.
Yeah, did indeed. Here now the ball played forward by the visitors. Price trying to get on the end of the knockdown again. Ayling is there. Feeds it away to Morris. Morris just stands and waits for West Brom pieces to move in front of him. Gets the ball back now. He's up towards the halfway line, and now they'll open it out, and here forward goes Britton down the Middlesbrough right-hand side. 1-0. Middlesbrough lead. The goal from Strelec on 26 minutes. Hackney starting to get busy now. Looks for the give and go. Got the give and go. Neat touch. Took him away from Malumbi. That looked like a clear foul to me.
All ball. It was just. I never thought it was a free kick. He definite contact, intentional. Got the ball, and then just hidden Hackney's momentum. Just took him over the challenge.
There you go. Chris Wellamo with us tonight here. Ball now with West Bromwich Albion. Putting the cross in. Cleared away by Jones, but not convincingly. Could be an opportunity here. Ball worked out wide on the right, comes into the edge of the box, and Middlesbrough will try and play their way out of trouble. And well, in the end, Conway did beautifully there. Talk about cool under pressure.
Alfie Jones as well.
Kelly Senny's been asked to chase a long ball forward, and as quick as he is, he won't get on the end of that. It's nodded back to the goalkeeper, and West Brom have it. But just signs already, West Brom are going to commit a few more bodies forward.
No, I just remember a couple of minutes before the end of the first half, Rob Edwards had a proper go at Strelec just for the fact he wasn't running channels. He did then make a fantastic channel run, and I just think Senny gives that different dynamic. He's looking in behind, and it's one of them. It's 1-0. It's small. It's ruthless, isn't it? You have to, when you're up there, when you've got a squad as competitive as he has, why not? You make the change.
Yeah, fair enough. Ruthless Rob in charge here at the Riverside. Here on the near side is Callum Stiles. 1-0, Middlesbrough lead. Ooh, that's a misplaced pass. Conway thought about herring after it, and in the end ambles after it, and West Brom will get the ball back deep inside their own half. Ball played forward now. Here's Wallace again. Wallace will keep it in. Down the right, squares it. Beautiful pass to the edge of the penalty area. Big chance here. But back was Naipan. Just managed to nick it away in time. And now the break's on here. Ellie Senny beaten in the air there. Needed to be on the floor, that pass forward.
So this is where Ryan Mason, he has to put the instructions on, or the players should know themselves. They're seeing a lot of the ball. West Brom, they're over-committing. They're leaving Senny with Meffam 1-on-1. It cannot happen, no matter how much you need to get back into the game.
Stiles finds Diakite. He gets it away over on the right-hand side. But West Brom having more the possession and looking more threatening with it. They're getting to the byline here. Cross comes in. It's blocked at source. Tell you what, Tommy Conway's getting up and down that far side, isn't he? Another great block, but a quickly taken free kick. Here's the cross towards the far post. Too deep. Solbrink comes to collect it, and Middlesbrough have it back. We've had nearly 7 minutes second half at the Riverside. Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 0.
Yeah, I think when you've got Tommy Conway, he's playing more in that 10, but he's got the freedom to go out to both flanks as well. He does have that understanding, Mark, that he will drop back, he will go all the way. Like you say, he's challenging Campbell in the right wing.
Ball given away though. Here's Mowat in the final third. Feeds it away. Wallace with a shot, pulls it just wide of the target. I think Bryn was quite happy. That was always going wide, but it wasn't far away. That was a big chance for the Baggies.
Well, I thought it was an excellent strike from Wallace as well, but Bryn was very comfortable there, knew exactly where his goal was, wasn't he? No panic at all. Excellent goalkeeping, but Jed Wallace will be disappointed with the quality that he has, that he's not what the Middlesbrough goalkeeper there.
Yeah, he has got quality, hasn't he, Wally? Yeah. We saw that with that delivery from the far side. Ball played forward by Solbryn. 1-0. The championship leaders lead. Kelly Senny looking to get on the end of one. Just eased off it there. That was a little bit too easy for Phillips.
Yeah, it's good defending. You know, Senny was always going to get there first, but it's just putting the shoulder in at the right time when he's off balance. Senny's got to protect the ball a little bit better than he did.
Ball here with West Bromwich Albion. We mentioned that Middlesbrough may well need a second goal tonight. Well, it is 1-0 at the moment. And West Brom having more of the ball second half. Reminder, a bumper day of action tomorrow. 4 games live and exclusive across the Talksport network, including the Merseyside derby. Only pleasure here on National Radio, here with us on the Talksport network tomorrow lunchtime. Ball fed back by Britton. Here's Luke Ayling. Gets it away to Alfie Jones, and he feeds it wide. And Matt Targett's looking long. That's a nice pass. Silvera and Senni are after it, and they won't quite get on the end of it. It's fed back to the keeper, and Griffiths has to be tidy about his work and gets it away on the near side.
See, this is where I just feel that defensive unit of Middlesbrough have to step up. Silvera, Senni chasing, but they're on their own. So that midfield, Morris, Hackney, Naipan, they have to step up, and that information only comes from behind, Mark.
Yeah, there is a big gap, isn't there? Notable big gap between the midfield and the attack. Here come the Baggies again, looking to stand up across. It balloons up in the air off a defender, and it's volleyed away out for a throw over the far side by Hackney, who was not really hanging around there, just wanted to get that one off the pitch.
But I just don't think there's any need for Hackney to do that. It's down to communicating. He's got time, he can take it on his chest.
Here's a cross coming in again. Bryn comes to collect it. Oh, he's not. Well, I like my rugby league, that was a knock on. He went to bowl it out and he dropped it. And here now is Mowat. Is it going to be a costly error? Mowat with a right-footed shot just over the top. Not his favourite foot, Mowat, but it was a good effort. But he was caught in two minds. Solly tried to get rid of it, and he wanted to keep hold of it.
Well, I think he's went to release the ball. The player that he wanted to is turned away. So then he's tried to stop, and like you say, it's definitely a knock-on, isn't it? But this is what a goalkeeper is so important. You know, I think it is. It's just miscontrol, because I'm looking. Was it Naipan? It's just waiting for it there.
Yeah.
Wanted the ball to feet.
Yeah, he did. Here is Bryn. He'll be happy with that. But he got away with it. Ball headed forward by Britain. You do wonder if Middlesbrough are just starting to sit back and invite the Baggies on here. Rob Edwards, I'm hoping his team can see the job through. Cross in, too deep. Hegbo can't get on the end of it, and Silvera will have it wide on the Middlesbrough left.
Well, the way that Roberto sets this Middlesbrough side up is it's three at the back with wing backs. At the minute it's five, isn't it?
Yeah.
West Brom are completely in control.
Well, here's a chance on the break. That's a nice ball forward for Callum Britton. He's over halfway. Red shirt's arriving. He heads off in field. 25, 30 yards out from goal. Can he hold on to possession? No, but he'll win a throw-in. Could have been worse for the Borough. 56 approaching on the clock, live on Talksport 2. And Luke Ayling will have the throw-in. Ryan Mason with plenty to ponder, but signs better second half for the Baggies. I just wonder if he's thinking about a change up top.
So I don't know, because I think West Brom are in control of the game at the minute. They're getting into wide areas, but like you say, Mikey Johnson, you know, he brings that.
Well, here's a chance from the other end. And Nipan got a shot laid back to him there. 25 yards out. He has drilled it. And Josh Griffiths at full stretch has got a hand on it to put it over. That was an absolute blockbuster shot. And it's behind for a Borough corner.
Yeah, he struck it very well, Nipan there. I think Josh Griffiths he's seen it all the way. There's that much power on it. I think he just has to try and get some sort of contact on it and pushes it up over the bar. Doesn't take any risk whatsoever.
Corner then, Target will take it. He's going to swing it in. The Riverside looking for a second goal here. The league leaders looking for that comfort blanket. Can Target deliver the goods? Going to swing it in towards a 6-yard box, headed away. It'll fall to a red shirt edge of the box. It's played to this near side. Silvera will keep it in. He's 25 yards out from goal. Lays it back now. Here's Morris. Thought about putting the cross in. There were 3 to aim at. Looks for the give and go. Finds Hackney. Hackney gets the ball back here. Right hand corner of the box. They're just rolling it between themselves at the minute. Back to Hackney. This time he will put the cross in. Bit too deep, headed away at the far post, but Target should recycle possession. And now the home side have it again. Ball played over the top by Morris. Kelly Senni in down the right-hand side. Try to lift it over the defender. Maybe just needed to hold on to it there and try and buy a corner.
You are spot on. You know, fantastic run from Senni. Great little ball from Aidan Morris just down that right-hand side. All he has to do, just make sure, control the ball, feel the defender, allow the support to come up, and then try and create off the back of it. He's trying to take him on, let one flick it round the backside of the... I think it was Meffam there. Just has to be better.
Ball advances forward. The Baggies chasing the game. 58 gone. Trail by a goal to nil. Campbell lays it off wide on the right. Here's Diakite. Gets it back now. Forward come the Baggies again. Back Middlesbrough. As Chris said, a line of 5 red shirts defending the edge of that penalty area. Diakite goes down. Referee says play on. Here's Wallace. Turns and twists. Feeds it wide on the right. Chance for a cross. There are plenty of green and yellow shirts waiting, but good defending. Puts it behind for a corner.
When it's a 5, George Campbell shouldn't really be getting that time to put the cross in. Yeah, Tommy Conway goes and gets the block in the end, but they have to make sure that the distances are right between centre back, wing back, whatever it may be. But Tommy Conway working his socks off as well back in that defensive unit. But West Brom getting a lot of joy down both flanks.
Corner, set piece. Borough's goal came from a long throw. Can West Brom reply from a corner? Ball going to be swung in towards the 6-yard box. Decent delivery. Bryn comes and gets a good punch. It'll go 30 yards away from goal. They're going to put it back in towards the edge of the area. Headed away bravely by Ayling, but the ball back into the penalty area. Target's header, falls, shot ricochets. Diakite shot, and Bryn saw it late, and Bryn got hands on it to keep it out and keep the Borough goal intact. But there was a bit of fortune about that one.
Yeah, there was. I think West Brom just picking up second balls, really keeping the pressure on. Diakite does everything right, just make sure he hits the target. It's a great reaction save from Sol Bryn as well there.
That's a couple of times he's been scrambling one way and ended up making a save the other. But he's been decisive, hasn't he? Balls into the box, he's gone and dealt with them. Did well there.
Well, that's what you want. When you're under pressure, under a little bit of your goal kicker comes out, dominant with his hands or comes and makes a contact, takes that pressure off his defensive unit in front of him.
Well, we are about to see a double change for West Bromwich Albion. Toby Collier and Mikey Johnston are ready to come on for the Baggies. Sir Ryan Mason has decided 15 minutes enough here, but the ball at the other end. Caliseni feeds it to Conway. Conway weaves it, feeds it back. Caliseni! Middlesbrough double their leads. Sene on as a substitute. Great work from Conway. And Caliseni puts Borough 2-0 up here at the Riversides. Ryan Mason substitutes are going to come too late, it seems. Middlesbrough 2, West Brom 0.
Yeah, I've got to say it's fantastic quality. It's an excellent goal. It just shows you how selfless Tommy Conway is, doesn't it? He knows exactly where Senny is. Great little touch, and I've got to say it's a fantastic finish. Still had a lot of work to do as well, but wraps his left foot around it, in off the post. Fantastic goal, great quality. Just before the changes could be made as well for West Brom.
Yeah, just before the changes will be made now. Is that Jed Wallace, I think, that may have come off? I'll check that in a moment.
Yeah,
the other one is Alex Mowat. So Mowat is off. And Wallace off as well. But Tommy Conway there, so unselfish. And it's a beautiful finish from Caliseni. He's just curled it. He's passed it into the bottom corner.
Yeah, it's just great quality, isn't it? I think Conway, selfless, works hard for the team, can create. But it's an excellent finish. A lot of work to do there, Senny, as well. Good composure with that left foot just to find that bottom left-hand corner.
Well, Tommy Conway, his last act is to provide a goal, because he now is leaving the field and Alan Brown is coming on. So a bit of a tactical tweak then for 2-0. Now's the time to make it.
Exactly, just gives you a little bit more solidity in that midfield, isn't it? A composed footballer can go box to box if he wants. He can sit, he can on the ball, he can play. Very, very similar, isn't it? When you look at Brown, Hackney, Morris, all very, very similar players, but again, can go and do that bit, can go and help and support Senny, but then also just sit and protect as well.
Alan Brown, signed from rivals Sunderland, is into the action. And now West Brom have got to find 2 goals. Middlesbrough, their unbeaten start to the championship campaign, is showing no signs of letting up here. This has been an impressive performance so far. Yes, they sat back, they soaked up some pressure, they dealt with it, and then they get the opportunity up the other end. There have been ins and outs, but you have to say Middlesbrough, I think they had a really good window when it came to getting players in and keeping some key players as well.
Yeah, 100%. You're looking at Hayden Hackney, local boy, heartbeat of the club, massive. I think Everton, wasn't it?
There were a couple in for him.
Yeah, there was.
Big money as well. Here come West Brom. They need an instant response if they can get one. Here now is Price, been quiet tonight. Ball feeds its way out wide from Collier. Here now, the ball with Callum Stiles. Collier, the loanee, gets it away. Ball worked wide by Meffam. Silvera got in there. Oh, so was Sammy Silvera not pulled back then as he went to win that ball? Referee again says it's a natural coming together. And in fairness to the referee, Andrew Kitchen, he's let them get on with it, hasn't he?
What a good game. What a good game. You know, consistency, that's all you want from the official.
Yeah, that's it. And we're getting it here. And West Brom have got some answers to find, or it's going to be back-to-back defeats. Ball to the edge of the box, cleared away. Will fall here now. Chance for the shot. And, well, Luke Ayling has taken that right where he didn't want to take it. The shot from Callum Stiles, he lashed at that. Plenty of power behind that. And Luke Ayling falls. And I think every male in the building is thinking, I'm glad that's not me.
Well, let's just say there was that much power on it, the hands couldn't even react to stop it. You know, I'm just saying, unbelievable. Yeah, this is, it's took a sore one there. Little tap on the shoulder from Callum Stiles as he walks past him as well. It just shows you second balls. Heggeboo kept it alive, and Callum Stiles, you know, they're having to take risks now. And this is where you throw everything at it to try and get that next goal and put this Middlesbrough side under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah. Well, that second goal, they didn't get that in their opening home games, the wins over Swansea, and more importantly, that one against Sheffield United. And the Blades did have a great chance late on. Well, they can withstand that now. Just seeing the goal again, it's just a beautiful finish. Doesn't panic, just curls it, rolls it in the bottom corner.
It's even there when Tommy Conway fires it across. Hayden Hackney just takes a bit of pace off the ball as well for Senny just to come on and go, thank you very much.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Borough have it, and they've got 25 minutes remaining here. Can they add to their leads? Playing some nice stuff here. I think Rob Edwards, proven, got teams promoted in the past. He wants hard work, he wants discipline from his team, and he has got a hard-working team here. And, you know, maybe that was a ruthless move at half-time to say, look, you're not doing what I want, I'm going to take you off.
But I think when you've recruited well, as you've already alluded to, I think it's important that's what it is. When someone's not quite at it, even though he's got the goal, you know there's another 45 minutes. It's small margins. All it takes a moment of quality from one player from West Brom to get right back in the game. He makes a change and it's paid off.
Yeah. In the WSL closing stages, Everton 1, London City 2, Spurs 1, Manchester City 4. Scottish Championship, St Johnstone 1, Dunfermline 1. And in the Scottish League Cup quarter-finals, it's Kilmarnock 1, St Mirren 2. Game Day Live back tomorrow. Carabao Cup action during the week. Europa League action during the week. Got to love it. Oh, the ball's at the referee, so we'll come back. And they'll get a drop ball there. And they'll get the ball back. West Bromwich Albion, who've got just over 23 minutes to save it tonight. They've been better second half, but crucially haven't been able to beat Saul Bryn. Now there's a counter on here. That's a lovely first-time ball there. And that was Brown who played it for Kelly Senny, who then loses out. And now the break could be on the other way. Foot goes in from Silvera, and Target once again just says, let's get rid of this. Knocks it away from goal. I think, I mentioned it to Rob Edwards when we saw him last time. He might not be the biggest name signing, Matt Target, but he just delivers quality in everything that he does, be it defending or with the ball at his feet.
Just so consistent. You know what you're going to get every single performance.
Yeah, I agree with that. Here, though, come West Brom on the attack, looking to shoot from the edge of the penalty area. Hackney gets a foot in, and now the break could be on again. Oh, ball won back by Diakite. He lays it back here. Chance for Campbell, lays it off. Malumbi moves it wide. Diakite feeds it down the right-hand side of the penalty area. West Brom trailing 2-0. Ball headed away by... Well, that was touched over on the far side by Campbell, who was furious. But I thought that clearly hit the base of his boot there. But he's not happy. It's a throw to Middlesbrough. They lead by 2-0. And as it stands, Chris, are extending their lead at the top of the championship.
Yeah, they've started really well, haven't they? Just like consistent, but the foundations are there. And Rob Edwards is just kind of implemented certain little things, and just like everything's better, isn't it? Defensively sound, that energy. They could always play, but then it's end product being clinical in that attacking third as well. Home form, playing a way that the fans are really proud of as well. But they're under a bit of pressure, and they're handling it at the minute.
Yeah. Well, I was here when they lost 4-0 in the league to Doncaster.
Yeah, you were, I remember.
Cup, 4-0 to Doncaster, and you think, oh, this is going to get interesting here. He just said, look, not good enough, we'll deal with it on Saturday. They went to Millwall and won 3-0, and I looked at the result and thought, wow, they have dealt with it. That's some turnaround, isn't it?
Well, it's a bit humbling as well. Even the first game, they win 1-0. It wasn't convincing, was it?
Here, forward come the Borough again. Brown feeds it wide now to Britton. Britton looks for the cross, put behind for a corner. And forward come the red shirts, hoping to take advantage of another set piece and make it 3-0, and surely in doing that wrap up the 3 points.
Yeah, again, good energy. Callum Britton down this right hand side. You know what you're going to get? Another steady Eddie. Always has end product in it. It's all about what he can create, but fantastic technical ability as well.
Corner going to be played in. Here is Target. Holds his arms in the air. It's a left-footed. It's going to be an in-swinging corner here. Or is it? He's got a chance to play it short. Aidan Morris is furious. Why didn't you give me the ball? They're waiting. Ayling makes a run towards the near post. Cleared away partially. Borough will bring it down. On the edge of the centre circle. Nice touch from Hackney. Oh, he went past one. Got a bit greedy going past two. Kelly Senny got a good tackle in, and then West Brom just cleared the ball forward, and it'll be helped back to the goalkeeper by Callum Britton. And Middlesbrough have it back. They've not really responded with any great significance so far to that second goal, West Brom.
Yeah, definitely took the wind out their sails. Middlesbrough in complete control. You just look how expansive West Brom are, even without the ball. They weren't like that without it, but they're having to be. Players are cheating a little bit to try and capitalise on maybe a little bit of fortune as well. The ball breaking or winning the second ball and just being on the right side of the Middlesbrough midfield. Just those little pockets. At the minute, they're not really getting that fortune.
No. There's still a lot can happen here. 19 remaining of the 90. But at the moment, it's Rob Edwards, Middlesbrough, that have got the lead. Just a reminder, more Championship football tomorrow. Double header of it, in fact. Leicester against Coventry is our lunchtime offering on Talksport 2, 12:30 for that one. And Sheffield United, the Chris Wilder regime is back. Charlton in town tomorrow down at Bramall Lane. Will it be a winning start for Wilder? It's a baffling couple of months, isn't it, at Sheffield United?
Yeah, you feel a manager that collects 92 points in the Championship and then loses out in the playoff final. It's bizarre.
You'd expect another crack at it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. So he knows the players, he knows the club, he knows exactly the strengths and weaknesses of what he has. I do expect a reaction.
Subs warming up, but no further changes yet. Ryan Mason pondering his options. He's already thrown on Collier and Johnston. And here now is Callum Britton for Middlesbrough, who lead by 2-0. Strelec in the first half, and Kelly Senny, who replaced Strelec, scored in the second half. Ball forward again, was looking for Senny, and it's cut out and it's out for a throw-in.
Well, it's another interception that Meffam had to make. Senny's just playing on the shoulder. If he doesn't, he's in behind. It's a great little ball. What you say, I think just keeping the pressure on, and that's what he brings. Senny, he stretches the pitch, he creates more space for those three, Brown, Morris and Hackney in the middle.
Yeah, he does. He's a useful looking recruit. There's a ball now, comes forward. Here now goes Brown, holding off challenges, dumped to the ground. Referee again. Now that I thought was a free kick. I mean, fair play to Brown. He stayed on his feet for about 10 yards while he was being pushed from pillar to post. Ball now works its way up this near side. Here forward comes Callum Stiles. Gets it away to Toby Collier. Collier, socks rolled round his ankles, just rolls the ball in field. Here, now a chance to turn. Johnson, we've not seen much of him. Advances forward, feeds it wide on the Baggies' right-hand side. Back to Johnston, looks for the little turn edge of the area. Good footwork. Now he stands up the cross, cleared away. And it should be dealt with, but Hackney's touch was a poor one. But Seni slides in and wins the ball. And now Sammy Silvera's off, and he'll feed it forward. Here's Sverre Nipan now. He's driving forward. Baggies defenders getting back. Nipan on the charge, went for the shot. Nobody near him or nobody with him to pass it to. And it's headed back to the keeper by Diakite.
Nah, Nipan, for me, wrong decision, wasn't it? Get at Nat Phillips, just take that other touch into the box. And then Nat Phillips, he can't just come in. It's got to be a timely challenge. What does that do? It gives you time to kind of get your head up. Do you have the support? If not, then take the shot on. Then work the angle.
Yeah. Well, the ball back with the Baggies, who are back on the attack. Saul Bryn just made that one really good save, didn't he? From the shot there, that Price header that went wide of the target.
Yeah, Diakite, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Fantastic save.
Yeah, but other than that, they've not offered a tremendous amount. Ball that wide over on the Baggies' right. Borough again, as they do, just defensively happy to slot back in and deal with the danger.
You would actually say that the second goal probably came against the run of play. You know, West Brom actually were on top, and then that's why we were kind of and on. Is Ryan Mason going to make the change when he's got the momentum at the minute? Made no change after the goal. We've not really seen a reaction from West Brom, which is disappointing.
Well, he's going to bring Josh Madger on in a moment. Here now is a chance to get to the byline. Little flick. Didn't really get the power on it, Malumbi. It was a nice idea, but didn't quite get the power. That's a silly free kick given away by the Baggies. And Josh Madger, former Sunderland player, about to enter the fray here at the Riverside.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic play for Mikey Johnson there. I just think Malumbi needs to hear something. Isaac Price is behind. A little overs. Just let it go. Don't touch the ball at all. Isaac Price is getting an opportunity. Very similar to the Wrexham goal that he got away at Wrexham, Isaac Price.
Diakite, he makes way. He was the one change, and well, they're going to have to get rid of holding midfielders. They look to chase the game. They need 2 goals here. 14 minutes remaining. West Brom, who beaten at home by Derby, second time Derby have beaten them. They beat them in the League Cup on penalties earlier in the campaign. But just in danger of spoiling a good start, aren't they, the Baggies at the moment? Back-to-back losses, see them drop away from the pace.
Yeah, it's the Championship. It's so relentless. You know, that defeat to Derby, that would have hurt, because a game that they were completely in control of as well. I think just one shot on target, Derby.
Yeah, it was a smash and grab, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Like I said, that is the nature of this competition. Here now is Collier. Gets it away now towards Callum Stiles. Stiles gets it away to Johnson, who's starting to see more of the ball, which is a good thing for West Brom. Little step over or two, gets it away for Madger. He lays it back. Meffam coming forward. Now the ball played over the top. Keeper will come and collect it. And the keeper does collect it. Saul Bryn. Not had a great deal to do, but what he's done really well. And he has it back now. And he's told to get on with it. The referee was giving him, like a boxing referee then, he was giving him the standing count, wasn't he?
Yeah, rightfully so.
Here come Middlesbrough. Here's Brown. Windsor throwing for his side. And at the moment, it's looking relatively straightforward. Of Edwards' side going top of the Championship. Merseyside derby to come tomorrow. Liverpool, Everton, Rashman Chowdhury, Sam Matterface and Charlie Adam, who's had a foot in both camps at various parts in his career, will be our team over on Talksport. Talksport 2, Leicester Coventry. Big game in the Championship. Then all the goals as they're going with Adrian. And then at 3 o'clock, dance will be Natalie Sawyer and Perry Groves, Bramall Lane, Sheffield United, Charlton. And we round off the day at Craven Cottage. Fulham against Brentford, our live and exclusive second Premier League offering of the day. And we've got WSL action on Sunday, Carabao Cup action on Tuesday and Wednesday, and European football as well. What a week ahead. If you like your football, you're in the right place. Ball played out wide. Here now is a chance to advance forward. That will be a free kick. Britain was brought down.
very
well, almost calling for a card. The referees, I think he's not brought them today.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, he has been consistent, but I've got to say, Mikey Johnson knows exactly what he's doing there. It's an excellent ball. Fantastic run from Callum Britton. Great first touch as well. Luke Ayling it was with the ball. You know, Mikey Johnson, it's a foot across the stomach as well there.
Here's some more changes. Sverre Nipan is making way. Morgan Whittaker will replace him.
It's scary when you think about the quality and depth that he has, Rob Edwards.
Yeah. And Alpha Kante is about to come on as well. He makes his way onto the field. 2-0 the Borough leads. Job well done for them. And it is going to be Hayden Hackney who gets a breather at the end of this one. They love him in this part of the world, and why wouldn't they? He's one of their own. The change is made with 11 minutes remaining. Target will deliver the free kick. Going to be a left-footed in-swinger. Into the final 10 we go. The Baggies fans look on right over the far corner of the ground. Ball floated in. Keeper doesn't come for it. Headed back across goal. Will it fall for a red shirt? No, it won't. It's hammered away by the Baggies. Should be dealt with. Howsy touch on halfway. The touch from Britain was a good one. And now he might have to go back to his keeper. No, nice little turn. Takes him away from his man. He looks to play it forward. Brown's looking to get him behind. Alan Brown's looked good, hasn't he, since he came on? He's caused problems. Back pass, not the best, and it's fly kicked away up towards halfway, where Luke Ayling brings it down. He's just
an all-round team player, isn't he, Brown? You know, from Preston, Sunderland. You know, he does a job. You know what you're going to get from him. Comfortable receiving the ball, can play numerous positions as well, and has a real understanding.
Yeah. Johnny Howson went end of last year, and you just feel he'll come in and do that. He's got the experience, hasn't he? Just to guide this team around the field.
To be fair, I thought Johnny Howson done a decent job at centre back as well. Got another couple of years out of him.
Yeah, well, he's got the leads, hasn't he, as a coaching role. Here's Johnston now looking to get to the byline. Good aggressive run, but a good aggressive tackle from Britain, and it's behind for a corner. Look, if the Baggies can get one here, 9 minutes left, it could be game on.
Yeah, it's so important, isn't it, that they get the next goal, put the pressure on, and then just throw everything at it.
Corner then for West Bromwich Albion. Going to be swung in towards the near post. It's headed away. And a chance goes begging, and Collier's got to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. And now a chance for Griffiths, who wants a piece of the action to float the ball across to the near side. Johnston has it. He looks now to cut back in. Looks to swing in a ball. Bryn comes and punches away decisively again. Ball played forward. Whittaker's got past his man. And he'll earn a throw-in. Look, there were a few, you mentioned at the start, he got a bit of an unwelcome reception when he left the field at the weekend. He's just got to come on and work hard, hasn't he, tonight? Run around, put yourself about, do the basics.
Yeah, well, we've done the Sheffield United game, and how good was he?
Yeah.
You know, really influenced the game, but Morgan Whittaker's going to be judged on goals and goals alone. Yeah. You know, this is what he's been brought to the club to do. So yes, come on, work hard. You have to, if you're not scoring goals, you have to make sure that you're ticking all the other boxes.
Yeah, certainly do. Ball played forward by West Brom. Not really been their night tonight. Alfie Jones steps in. Silvera plays it forward, looking for Caliseni. Just overhit it. Just put a little bit too much on there. That would have been an opportunity there. Here now forward going the other way is Callum Stiles. West Brom have not given up hope yet, but it's not really been the most... They've not been aggressive enough. I've been a little bit passive, haven't they?
Yeah, but it's still hard. You look at this, they've got a 5-3 unit, and then there's two players, Seni and Whittaker, that has the freedom to go and press everywhere. They have that creative quality. You know what they're missing? Tom Fellows. Someone who gets the ball, he's direct. If you don't go and press him, then it's deliveries, end product.
Referee tells him to get on with it after Silvera had a bit of a bite at the ankles of the West Brom attacker. Kante gets it back to target, just has to backpedal and then again plays it forward. Kaliseni brings it down and, well, again, I've got to say that's a foul there.
Never been a foul. Never been a foul. Great defending.
Here we
Great
go.
I'm a striker, remember. That's just getting your body between ball and man and Senny not being strong enough there.
Okay, ball crossed in. Cannonballs around, falls edge of the box. Shot comes in from Johnston. And it was bravely blocked there by Callum Britton. Well, I've got to ask here, Chris. Last time we were here, you were soft penalties galore.
Well, wait a minute. Right, we've got to get this one right. Okay, Tommy Conway is in the air. Who was it? It was Cooper. Comes out, misses the ball and hits Conway on the head. Conway gets the ball first. If that's a contact in the box, it's a penalty kick. But it never seems to be given.
No. Here's Johnson again, down this near side. Ball whipped in towards the 6-yard box. It'll fall edge of the area. Can Malumbi get a shot away? No, move it to Price. He feeds it wide right. West Brom having a good little spell here. Can they nick a goal out of it? 6 remaining. Talksport 2. Baggage trail 2-0. Be a bit nervy here if they do get one. Johnston rolls it in and it's behind everybody. And Middlesbrough will clear it away. Oh, lovely little deft touch there. And here's Whittaker, and now they might counter. Morris, can he play the ball forward? He's got runners with him. Looks after it, finds Whittaker. He gets it away to Kante. He then gets his head up, finds Silvera. This would be a great move, this. If they can get something out of this from Middlesbrough. Flowing forward, Silvera just showed too much of it, but Kante's there to pick it up. He feeds it into the edge of the box, and then Whittaker just went without it. It was easy on the eye. It was some nice skill involved, but West Brom get it back.
Yeah, you're looking at Silvera there. He has to just get at his man. Showed far too much of it to Campbell.
Ball over on the West Brom side of the halfway line here. They'll come forward. Strelec and Sene with the goals on 26 and 61. And that Price header, West Brom at 1-0. And then the Diakite shot, well saved by Bryn. But other than that, they've not threatened the goal too much. And it looks like it's going to be a 4-point lead for the Reds of Middlesbrough. Nice little bit of play there from the Baggies. On the turn, Josh Madger. Not really got involved since he came on a few minutes ago, the former Sunderland man. Here now is Johnston. Finds Madger. Nice little turn. Now can he get a shot away? Turns again inside the area. Looking to get it onto his left foot. Now he's forced away from goal and he's outnumbered. But he's going to get a corner. Josh Madger, good little bit of play from him there.
Yeah, fantastic qualities in it. Close control. Just need a little bit more support. It was Mikey Johnson that was there. Just, can you release the ball? So look at the bodies in the box as well. Just got to, the delivery has to go in. Well, George Masha can he get face up his defender and get at him in the 18-yard box?
Here's the corner going to be whipped in again towards the far post. It's headed upwards in the air. Will it fall to a green and yellow shirt? Brown is there with a brave challenge. And then Whittaker. I think we can agree that was a free kick there. Collier lunging in. That was a dangerous one from him.
Yeah, frustration there, isn't it? You know, Whittaker's come on. He's had a lot of moments already. Collier just kind of shows his frustration there. Yeah, just kind of acknowledges it to the referee as well. But again, no card.
No card. Everton 1, London City 2. That was a Women's Super League full-time. Spurs 1, Manchester City 5. Scottish Championship, St Johnstone late goal to beat Dunfermline 2-1. And they've gone into extra time in the Scottish League Cup quarter-final. Kilmarnock 2, St Mirren 2. Game day live tomorrow on the Talksport network. The best place to be listening to your football wherever you are. Offside flag goes up against Borough, who are now 2.5 minutes away from added on time. And they're going to keep their unbeaten start going. And it's going to be another home win. This is becoming a tough place to come, the Riverside.
Yeah, I think it always is, isn't it? Especially when this place is rocking. You know, I think the players, they've shown over the past couple of seasons as well, you know, they can get that little bit extra out of them, especially here at the Riverside.
Yeah, ball towards the edge of the box, cleared away by Borough. They're knocking rather politely at the moment, West Bromwich Albion, here on Talksport 2. Strelec and Sene were the goals that have got Borough in front. Ball back to Johnston. He gets it away now. Meffin will turn. And again, it's all in front. They are very, very disciplined, Middlesbrough. They know their role. You can see they've been a well-coached team in the off-season. Can the Baggies break them down late on? Ball headed away by Callum Britton. Down the right here, a driving run from Styles. Whips it in, but it's cleared away. And maybe a bit of a knock there for one of the Middlesbrough defenders who's gone down. Bit of cramp, possibly. Well, they're running out of time, West Bromwich Albion. What have you made of their performance, Chris, tonight?
Yeah, you know, they've had a lot of the ball. I think second half, they've looked more threatening. Conceded that second goal against the run of play, and I think just then took the wind out their sails. Middlesbrough being comfortable, sat back, protected their goal, and then, if anything, tried to capitalise on.
Ball goes in, Brendan, come and get it, and he's headed in. A goal out of nothing there for West Bromwich Albion. And it's Hegbo who's headed it in. The keeper came, he's been so good tonight, Saul Bryn, but he has got that one badly, badly wrong. And as we go into the final minute, it's Middlesbrough 2, West Brom 1.
Yeah, you look at Saul Bryn's reaction, he's so disappointed with himself there. He's tried to come through his own defenders, but Hegbo has just made sure he's strong, made sure he's just got in front of the defender, and the goalkeeper was never going to make it. Never going to make it. It's a great header, by the way. It's a fantastic header. All the paces on the cross from that man, Mikey Johnson, as well, wasn't it? Was it? Yeah, I think it was. Fantastic header from Hegbo.
Here goes Luke Ayling on the rampage. 5 added on minutes. Ayling with a shot just over the top. Deals in the spectacular Luke Ayling, but couldn't quite find it there. But we've got a game on for 5 minutes at the end. Middlesbrough have been in cruise control, but now their lead is halved.
Well, this is where West Brom just have to throw everything at it now. You know, go, do whatever you have to do. And for me, I don't understand why trying to play from into Mikey Johnson there. Go straight forward. You've got Isaac Price and Madger. Make sure with quality into body, into feet, and then go up and pick up second balls. Go and support.
Borough don't want to let this slip. Hegbo with a header, good header, planted it in the back of the net. Collier's header's out for a throw, and Ayling is not in a great rush. Ryan Mason acts as ball boy to keep from wasting any valuable seconds. We've had a minute of the minimum, 5 added on. Rob Edwards is just getting that message. 5 minutes hard work he wants at the end of the match. Ball played forward. Kelly Sennett will give chase. Ball headed back towards the goalkeeper, Josh Griffiths. And West Brom have got it. And this is the Championship. It can all change in 1 minute. One bad decision from Saul Bryn, and it's opened up the door here for West Brom. Are they going to go gung-ho, or are they going to keep playing their football? They're going to keep passing it around. They're going to keep asking the question. You can feel the nerves around the Riverside here on Talksport 2. Collier whips in a great looking ball as a diving header, and there was a faintest of appeal for a penalty. The referee's not going to give that tonight. It was a great ball in though.
Yeah, it was a great ball in. I've got to say, Luke Ayling, fantastic defender, just doesn't allow Hegbo to get any advance, just gets his body between ball and goalkeeper, makes sure he protects the flight of the ball there. Great defending.
Ball with Saul Bryn. He won't be in a rush here. 2 gone of the 5. Ball knocked forward. West Brom look to return it with interest. Ball over halfway. There's Target, wins a header. And Whittaker as well wins a throw-in.
Should Nat Phillips not go up top? George Campbell go up top? Just Saul
That's
Bryn.
what I said about going gung-ho.
Yeah,
You've got
just
the big lads at the
pick
back.
up second balls and just...
Yeah, well... They've got 2.5 minutes left here. You're live on Talksport 2. Rob Edwards has a drink. Just trying to calm himself down here. Been a great start to the season. If they get another 3 points here, it'll feel like a defeat if they let this slip. But here's Kante at the other end. Great skill, great coast control. Eventually just outnumbered by the sheer volume of green and yellow shirts. And then that's well defended by Aidan Morris. I think he's had a wow of a game tonight, Aidan Morris.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And the referee, Andrew Kitchen, wasn't having any of that at all. I thought if it was given, I don't think there would have been too many arguments. I think there is contact. But Mikey Johnson, I still don't understand why he's trying to take a man on. Why is he not just clipping it into the corner for Hegebo to go and run and then try and win the ball in the final third?
Yeah. Middlesbrough have handled this period since the goal pretty well. There's still 2 minutes to get through, but they've handled it pretty well. And now there might be an opening here. Forward goes Campbell over on the far side, feeds it wide over on the far right-hand side. The green and yellow flooding forward. Here's Collier now, edge of the centre circle. They're going to get one chance, you feel, into the final 90 seconds of added on time. Cross comes in. Kante, 5 seconds ago, was at the other end of the field. He's back now defending. Great tracking back. They need a win here, and it's stumped clear by Middlesbrough, and that's the sign. Look at Ayling sprinting towards halfway, saying, everybody in red, get up here now.
Yeah, brilliant.
No messing. Here now the keeper, Griffiths. 2-1 Middlesbrough lead. Strelec and Senny with the goals at Borough and cruise control, but Hegbo's header has given them life. Ball bouncing around in the box, and it's cleared away by Brown. And the offside flag had gone up, but Borough didn't know that.
Yeah, but it's much better, isn't it? Metham there, the big ball then, he goes and wins his header, puts it into the danger area. You've got 3 bodies in there competing, trying to keep it alive. Okay, offside. But asking the question, making Middlesbrough have to defend.
Yeah, they are. But Solbrin will be a relieved man if his side see this out. He's been great all night and then just made one ill-advised charge out of his goal, and he paid the price for it. We're into the final few seconds here. The Riverside looks on as the referee blows the whistle, and Middlesbrough extend their lead at the top of the Championship. It's another win for Rob Edwards' side. Strelec and Sene with the goals that had them 2-0 up with half an hour remaining. West Brom huffed and puffed. Ryan Mason's side did get a goal back in the final minute of the 90, but Hegebo's header wasn't enough to get Mason and the Albion anything out of this one. The Riverside rocking at the end of the night. Decent performance from the Borough. They are now 4 points clear at the top of the Championship. It ends here. Middlesbrough 2, West Brom 1.
Indeed they are, Mark. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, Borough now on 16 points ahead of Stoke City, who sit on 12. West Brom stay where they are for now, in 5th spot on 10 points. They may well drop out of the top 6 by the end of the weekend if results don't go their way. Certainly didn't go their way this evening. Only really came to life in the closing stages, which will be a big disappointment. Chris Olumo watching for Talksport. Is that a deserved victory for Borough?
Yeah, definitely. I think just a fantastic performance. Really, he'll be disappointed, tarnished a little bit by conceding that goal late on just from an error. It's the Championship, and that's the quality that's in the Championship these days. You do make just you switch off for a second, you make the wrong call, and you are punished more often than not. But Rob Edwards will be absolutely delighted. His team controlled the game, defended well, conceded possession in large parts of that second half as well, but then still posed a threat. I think it was a ruthless decision that he made at half-time. I have to find out if Strelec has any injuries, but again, it's all about the small margins when you have a squad as competitive as he does. And I think that the fans are absolutely delighted as well. The players, they play with an identity they're exciting, they're comfortable in the ball, they try and play through the thirds. Probably a little bit guilty of overplaying sometimes, trying to score that perfect goal, but we can't take nothing away from them tonight. They've been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, just looking at David Strelec, who's on the pitch with his Borough teammates, looks to have a big knock to the cheekbone side of his face as well. I think he might have well picked up a big cut and possibly a couple of stitches, which maybe is the reason why he was taken off at the break. As I mentioned a little bit earlier on, West Brom took a long time to come alive. Why do you think that was?
Well, like you say, I think when you set a team up defensively, you give them really a an out, don't you? You called it at half-time with Mikey Johnson, and I think when he's come on, more direct, more creative, they were taking chances but without really capitalising on that. And even after they got the goal, that's when it should be tenfold going the same way. It wasn't. They actually tried to play a little bit and slow it down. It wasn't the right time. There's 5 minutes to go. Go and cause as many problems as you can. There was one ball to Mepham, put it in the area, straight away there's panic. You're putting this Middlesbrough defence under a little bit of pressure. I've never seen enough of that tonight from West Brom, and we asked that, we had that kind of slight conversation before the game. You know, that creative quality, Tom Fellows is a massive void to fill with his creative quality. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one.
The goal to win it from Kelly Seni was a great finish on his left foot and a lovely bit of play from Borough.
Yeah, outstanding. You know, Tommy Conway coming in, firing it across. Hayden Hackney just taking a little bit of pace off the ball, and Seni still had a lot to do, but just wrapping the left foot around it, finding that actually come off the post a little bit as well, that bottom left-hand corner. It's an excellent finish.
Egabo got a goal as well. Consolation in the end. Well taken. Could they have defended a little bit better for it, Borough?
Well, I think it's an excellent ball in. I think Mikey Johnson again.
Could have been closed down. I won't name names.
The cross should have been closed down. Yeah, I probably agree with that. But then, where's the goal, Hugh? You know what I mean? So if you can't get close enough to affect the cross, you make sure you've got the bodies in front of the goal. I think Sol Bryn made an error, a judgment call that he's come out, and he's been outstanding tonight, by the way.
It's a great ball.
It's a great header. The header's even better than the cross.
Yeah, I didn't want to name names, but I think Morgan...
Name names, you. Name names.
Morgan Whittaker.
Oh, come on. You've got to just throw him under the bus, mate.
Morgan Whittaker, who came off the bench not too long before, for some reason didn't feel like closing that cross down. He wasn't marking anyone else. It was a really odd bit of defending, and I think he'll once again be getting question marks from some Borough fans and possibly his coach after that one. Again, I hate to name names, but it should have been defended a lot better. In the end, it hasn't cost his team. They're celebrating at the moment, Rob Edwards and his players in front of those fans. Chris, final question. Can we take this Borough side seriously when it comes to the possibility of automatic promotion?
Well, you have to. You have to. Where's the weakness, Hugh? You know, I think you look at the competitive, the quality, the brand of football, all the boxes are being ticked at the minute. Yes, there will be a little slump through the Championship. It's how they react to this. And they've already shown that they've got that character, coming from behind twice against Preston at Deepdale as well. They've got that. All the foundations are there. Yeah, and the quality's there. They've got goals in the team, as you've said. How many different scorers is that? Is that 10 now? So it's been outstanding, isn't it? So Rob Edwards, he's put his little tweak on the team, and they're delivering for him.
Hope and optimism growing at the Riverside under Rob Edwards. Another night for their fans to savour. Chris Uwalumo, Mark Wilson, thank you very much indeed for your company. Just to bring you up to date with all the full-time scores this evening in the WSL, finished Everton 1, London City Lionesses 2, Spurs 1, Manchester City 5. In the Scottish Championship, St Johnstone 2, Dunfermline 1. In the Scottish League Cup, still ongoing at second half of extra time about to come. It's Kilmarnock 2, St Mirren 2 at the moment. In Rugby Union's Premiership Rugby Cup, Bristol 1 at Gloucester, Northampton Saints 1 away at Saracens. Another away win as well for Leicester Tigers, who won at Harlequins this evening. In Rugby Leagues at Super League, big scores across the board. Lee Leopards beating Huddersfield by 30 points to 16. Finished Salford Red Devils 16. Wakefield 52. Big second half for Wakefield Trinity. St Helens 26. Castleford 24. Tight one in the end there. And Wigan 22. Leeds Rhinos 6. Remember, we've got much more still to come for you when it comes to live games this weekend. Leicester against Coventry tomorrow lunchtime, live and exclusive here on Talksport 2, followed by the return of Chris Wilder at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United versus Charlton to 3 o'clock kickoff. And Monday night, we'll be at the Den for Millwall against Watford. All 3 games from the Championship. The Sports Bar is about to get underway over on Talksport. Adam Catchell is alongside Carlton Cole. Get your calls in 03717 223344. Borough fans, you must be feeling great. Come on, it's time to glow. Get your calls in. Coming up next here on Talksport 2, Premier League All Access. But Rob Edwards Middlesbrough shall not be moved. They stay unbeaten and top of the Championship table thanks to Kelly Seni and David Strelec on his full debut. It is finished Middlesbrough 2, West Brom 1.